say something. Is that it?
The what?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm doing a mic check or sound check. So, could you say something for me? Oh God. All right, I guess that's good enough.
No, that is not. That's like if someone like walked in, he's like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. All right. That should be good.
I mean, this shouldn't be a mic check. I didn't touch this settings at all.
No, I'm adjusting from OBS because I'm
Fuck OBS.
yeah. It's a little on the rebellious side at times, but anyway.
I mean, we sound good on stream.
On what?
On stream, we sound good.
On stream. Okay, thank you. On stream.
On stream. On strive.
Strive, yeah. Funny you talked about that because we have something to talk about Guilty Gear for a little bit, but it's only for a little bit. So, I mean, I guess at this point we're good to go. So, it's gonna roll with it and probably gonna keep that slurping sound for the during the sound check.
Ooh.
There you go. Anyway,
Grandos po na Deo Christmas.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back everyone. This is definitely episode 133. We are definitely back for that.
Damn, we're old.
Yep. It's been a week. So I know you've been going through a bit of a very annoying thing, let's just say. But besides that, how's like work and other things?
Works fine. Tonight's gonna be the 9th time I watch Godzilla vs. Kong.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, when you have HBO Max.
Yeah, you're getting your money's worth. You're getting your mileage. You're definitely getting your mileage. Absolutely. So I don't blame you.
Because the only time I did something like this stupid was watch Endgame 3 times. So $15 times 3, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, I take that back. One of those tickets I got for free. So 15 times 2 is 30.
30.
But then, the condominiums and
yeah. Condiments and all that stuff. Yep. That's what really adds up. The ticket is like one thing, but the snacks and the Coke and
snacks.
Yeah.
Unless you have big pockets and you sneak in, the big Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Ziploc bags of, like, I don't know, candy and stuff.
Yeah. Actually,
or Ziploc.
Yeah.
I did bring in a Ziploc bag full of chicken once. It was hilarious.
Chicken, damn! Like what? Did you put the whole rotisserie in there?
Yes, it was. Because we cut it up in pieces and we just flew it into the Ziploc bag.
Oh my gosh!
We forgot how good smelling those chickens are. So once we opened it, I think our entire row all stared at us, and because we were in the middle, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Damn, they bought some chicken.
It's like, you what? Because I think the person next to me was asking, "I didn't know they sell those." I was like, "Oh, yeah. It's part of the secret menu."
Yeah, yeah, you gotta like say the secret code and all that stuff.
It's a combination of words.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else? How was the PC update thing going for the people? Oh.
Still there.
Oh yeah. I see the case. Yep. Yep.
So my friend said that we're gonna try build it around the 11th through the 14th.
I
So
see.
one of those days.
I see.
I still want my 3070.
Yeah, I still want the freaking 3060 Ti or whatever, or the 3070. That would be nice. That would be nice. But no, that's still like a needle in a haystack on top of another haystack.
I swear, by the time we get the 3060s, the 3070s, and the 3090s like able to purchase, they're just gonna have a brand new model like
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
That's why
exactly.
again, like, it's sad that you have to buy a pre-built one
Yeah. Just
if you just want, to just get the damn thing. And I'm like, I don't want to spend another $1,500
yeah.
to just gut the damn thing.
Yep. That is the situation of it. I mean, if you're in the situation of needing a new computer, then yeah, that's like the golden opportunity at that point. But for everyone else who just wants the damn parts, like, you know, we're shit out of luck. We are absolutely shit out of luck. Anything else, Zawa?
2070 are still $1,000.
$1,000, jeez.
Yeah.
And what MSRP is like? What, 600, 500, 600?
Something like that.
Yeah, somewhere between there, more or less.
Sad times, kids. Sad times.
Sad times, yeah, for the nerds who want to get their computer beefed up for what is to come in the future. But if you don't have anything else, I'll go ahead and share a couple of things. Yeah, my floor. Anyway, well, not a whole lot on my end, other than they had some Pokemon cards from the Pokemon Center, which is like the official website. So I went ahead and bought a good couple of packs there because it's, MSRP. It's like I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So a lot, because like most of the times I'm paying above it. Fair, but still above no less. Especially from the local card shop, and that's how I got the Elite Trainer boxes and such. And like, yeah, and then when I had to get Shining Fates, that was like that hurt. That actually hurt me to buy them, but I was like, yeah, I mean, like ever since I was not able to buy any more Elite Trainer boxes for Shining Fates, so that's I guess that was a good thing. I mean, at least from the two boxes or two products I bought from that day from the same store or shop, I should say, well above MSRP. Let's just say, I don't want to talk about how much I paid for, but it's not. I mean, it's not triple, but anyway,
it's a lot, kids.
It's still a lot, but the polls were good, so I guess that kind of compensates quite a bit. Not that, I mean, I didn't get no shiny Charizard full art or anything like that, which is, of course, the biggest chase card within Shining Fates for a lot of people, or most people. Definitely the most valuable card, but no less, I got some of the chase cards that I wanted, so pretty good from those boxes. But the Pokemon Center stuff was able to nab me some, so pretty happy with that. It's still Battle Styles, which is has received some mixed reviews or mixed opinions, but I like it. I mean, if you really like Pokemon like Tyranitar and Apollyon, definitely this could be a good set, especially with the alternate arts for Those two, and of course, if you love Urshifu, single strike or rapid strike styles, then yeah, obviously you definitely want to pick these up because they got the nice alternate arts as well. There's that rapid strike alternate art that's going for around 120 to 150. It like jumps around, but I think very recently the Tyranitar took over as the most valuable card right now. I think it's like going around for 180, which is like kind of crazy. Yeah. Anything else for me? Not a whole lot. I just been working on some videos, gaming, the usual. I did go went catch Godzilla versus Kong. Also, today I watched the new Falcon and Winter Soldier episode, which was also
late.
Yeah, which was very good. I did like it. I've been really liking the whole thing so far for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Pretty different, but not too different, which is good. They do definitely drop a lot of shits, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I think the way they're making Falcon and Winter Soldier is their play test area because Disney acquired the rights to Deadpool, so what better yet to try and test the water of how a rated R type of scenario would be. So I think they're just testing the waters.
Yeah, I think
like, how many swear words can we drop in this show?
There's a lot of shits, I will say that much.
Without the parents going ballistic.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just like swearing, I mean, there is some violence in there too, especially with today's episode or the most recent episode, I should say.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, but other than that, I really do like it. Also from like other factors as well. Sam or Falcon is pretty interesting, but definitely Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, has quite a bit going on, so I definitely want to see how that goes, and maybe I mean, we'll see how that ends, and we'll see how that leads into all the other things that are coming up for the future, like the multiverse stuff, the internals, right? What else? Guardians 3, and all that fun stuff. Maybe will we get the what was that called? Like the Skrulls invasion or something? The Secret War or whatever it's called. Yeah. Will that be in there? I don't know.
Nope. We don't know.
We don't know.
Or maybe the next Avengers movie is going to be Avengers versus Godzilla.
Yeah, right? Somehow they acquire the rights from Toho, or they got the permission anyway to make Avengers versus Godzilla. That'd be so weird, but I would take that any day. Other than that, yeah, I think that's it for me. Been hanging in there, like we all, or most of us are anyway.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. Alrighty. I think we can definitely take off to the main part of things. And we got some news to talk about. We got some fighting game stuff to talk about. And so on and so forth. All the way to anime stuff. And also a little bit of movie stuff. And then we'll talk about spoilers for Godzilla vs. Kong. We both watched it, so obviously we're going to both talk about it by the end of the show. So if you haven't watched it already, just go watch it. I mean, especially if you have HBO Max and all that stuff. But anyway, let's get to the news of things. So, there was the collection with Mario, right? There was Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and then Mario Galaxy, the nice little trio in a package. That came out, what was it, like in September or something like that? It was like late 2020, let's just say. And then they had the audacity to put a limited date on it, as we all uh loathe, but yesterday I think it was, or 2 days as we record this, was the last day, and they killed it off. How at least in the digital store anyway. You can definitely still buy it, right, from the physical side of things if you just want your physical copy. That's still works.
Mhm.
But yeah, when it comes to buying it digitally, for those who want to go that route, can't do that. So the only way to do that, I guess, at this point, is try to find yourself a physical copy. Hopefully, they're still readily available. I don't know. I haven't been to a store for a short while. So other than just picking up some stuff from Best Buy or something like that, but other than that, I haven't seen like I haven't checked out the physical side of video games as of late. So I don't know. Any did you happen to catch anything or no? Nuh-uh. No. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Not. It's really not surprising. Yeah. Like a lot of stuff gets ordered online nowadays. So it's like you don't have a reason to go to the store unless you're picking up something or curbside pickup. You know, that's that jazz. But yeah, it sucks that they actually stuck their guns, and we haven't like heard anything else from that. Like they haven't said like, oh yeah, we're gonna sell these separate for like, this much, right?
Yeah.
Like they're probably, and if they do, they're probably gonna be like $30 to $40. I can guarantee that on the store, the Nintendo eShop or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any comments on that one? Money, yeah.
That's all I hear.
They really, really wanted to create that artificial demand for some reason. They're really, really adamant about that. I guess there was one thing I did forget to mention. I did acquire my amiibos of Terry Bogard, Byleth, and Banjo, which was also some items that were in high demand at some point, and people were scalping them. And I remember I bought, I think it was like one amiibo that was like kind of above MSRP, but wasn't the most horrible thing that I've done. I think I bought it for like $30 or something like that. It was like Pit or something. It was Pit for like $30 when they're, of course, at the time they cost like what, I think it was like $12.99 or $11.99 at the time, before they beefed up the pricing because they apparently were like increasing the quality on the amiibos and stuff. Especially the Smash ones anyway. Haven't checked it out or haven't opened them just yet, so I haven't gotten a good look at them. But yeah, other than that, but back onto Mario. It sucks, obviously. I definitely don't agree with what they're doing. I get it, but I don't agree with it, of course. I don't know why they went out their way to do that. They're only increasing the problem that they've been complaining about themselves, which is the whole pirating or emulating thing that they've been loathing about themselves, when you're pretty much creating the problem. Like you're further driving that thing home. You know what I mean? You're shooting yourselves in the foot by cutting off easier accessibility to these games. And so it drives people to, guess what? Go on the internet, download an emulator, and download the right files to play those games. And yeah, so you miss out on sales, man, and that's definitely your responsibility. I mean, you're complaining about that, and yet you are the sole problem to all this. So if you want to like make good extra money, it's like, get these games on the eShop. Like, people are gonna buy them. There are people out there who want to play them on the Switch, rather than going through all the trouble of setting up and keeping the emulator updated and drivers and all this stuff you gotta go through. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So if we don't have any more comments about that, we can definitely move on. Hopefully they'll do something with it though. But anyway. Oh, did you check out Animal Crossing during the Mario event at all? Zawa?
Nope.
I only checked in one out of the entire month of what is it, Mario, the 35th anniversary month, which is all during March. And I just literally went in there, bought the pipes or whatever, the warp pipes, and that's it. And I just turned off the game. So yeah, so at least now I have a way to like kind of fast travel around the island, which is nice. I guess I hope that's how it works, but yeah, that is the gist of things. Alrighty, well we can definitely move on from there.
Sad day for Mario.
Yep. Meanwhile, everyone else, like the Sonic fans, are just like enjoying Sonic Mania and all that stuff. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, another potentially big news is Microsoft possibly buying out Discord, which is something we're using right now to, record all this stuff. We've been using Discord for a very long time at this point to communicate with each other, communicate with the boys. We play games together all the time, or hang around and play our own game, whatever. It's like hanging out in the virtual room, you know what I mean? And Discord has been very much catered towards that sort of vibe, more gamer oriented. I don't know if it's popular amongst everyone else. I know everyone else is like using Zoom and just FaceTiming and all that stuff, but Discord is definitely doing the job of what it's intended to do, which is to bring gamers together and such. I know a lot of like communities have been formed, right? I know a lot of the mobile game stuff has been doing this Discord to bring people in and have people sort of potentially hang out with each other or share their common interests and such. There's not actually a lot to it. And then, there's a whole screen sharing that came in at some point, which was very magical because that's how myself and you, of course, recorded Jump Force, which was a very fun time. Let's just put it that way. And also a number of games as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
That was fun.
Yeah. And then there was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which we did do a let's play of the story mode for it. We did Dragon Ball FighterZ story mode, Mortal Kombat 11 story mode, I think. Yeah, we did. It definitely is like a good like sort of backup plan in case your friend can't come over for some reason, like their car broke down, and it's like, all right, we can just record across. Also, especially during the pandemic, you can't really hang out with each other. I mean, if you want to take the precautions, I mean, for right, no. So yeah, obviously Discord has been serving us very well. Let's just sum it up and put it that way. And so there's been rumors and such about this Discord being bought out by Microsoft sometime soon. So what I've learned actually from Discord is that they're not actually making money. They're just kind of floating there somehow. It's kind of like YouTube. I don't think YouTube actually makes a whole lot of money from all this. They're just it's just kind of almost like self-sustaining it in a way. They just want to like keep it afloat for everyone else to share their videos, but also like it's a good marketing tool, of course. It's how a lot of like the video game stuff gets their stuff out there, movies, right? You name it. Of course, the news outlets use that platform. So obviously, there's a lot of reasons to keep it afloat. Discord, is a little more niche, and maybe at some point it would be inevitable for it to go away. So maybe maybe this could be a good thing, but Skype went through a very similar thing. I think they were bought out by Microsoft. They were actually bought out by Microsoft, and I think they got worse over time. So take that as you will. I don't know if Microsoft buying Discord out will be a good thing or just things will be the same. But yeah, I just hope that we can still talk to each other. That's all I want. In the most convenient ways. Screen sharing, all that stuff. I know we do a whole lot of that. We watch anime and such across the states. Well, even the world. So, yeah, you know, it's a very nice thing to have when you have friends across the waters or the states, everywhere, and on this good old planet Earth. So, do you have anything to say about Discord and all that stuff?
Wasn't there like a game? Like a game, not bracket, but you get to play games on Discord? Like, Discord had their own, like, game,
Library?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, I do recall that. I don't know where, yeah, I don't think
where that went.
Yeah, where'd that go? Yeah, where did that go? Good question. Let me actually click around and see if I can see any of that, but yeah, I think it was just like a limited time thing. I think they were just playing around with it, and obviously, you know, like I mentioned, like they're not making money, so they're just kind of floating there because that's, you know, what they want to do. They want to, you know, do their best to provide that service. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, like I'm not really seeing anything when it comes to the games thing anymore. The Discord games anymore. Yeah, that was very different. Let's just put it that way.
Different.
Yeah. Yeah, but anywho, hope for the best for Discord, whether they get bought out or not. I just want to talk to the boys. So yeah. Hopefully we can still watch anime and all that stuff. Go ahead.
Let's just go back using Skype.
Hell no, I can't go back to Skype, man. That shit sucks. I'm sorry, dude. The audio quality here is like the best I've ever, you know,
True.
I've heard and such across all the other platforms. Like I've been in Zoom, I've been in Facebook, I've been in Google, the Google voice chat.
I never tried that. That looked weird.
It is weird. It's like, I mean, it gets a job done, but it's just weird.
What else service are there?
There is like plenty of others, but that's the one. Of course, Skype is still around too, but I have not touched that thing in a long time. But yeah, Zoom is
real.
Yeah, Zoom.
Ask our audience how many of them use Ventrilo.
Oh wow.
Hi, how many of you guys just grew some gray hairs just now?
Or AIM if you're really that old school.
Woo.
Gotta get those discs right, the AOL discs. Man, AOL, man.
Or what was it? MSN Messenger.
Jeez, yeah. I've never used it, but I remember other people using it. Just because most of my friends use Windows, and I'm always the one Mac user. So
I mean, I think you could have used AIM on Windows as well and Mac.
Oh, I know that, but the MSN one,
yeah,
MSN was definitely I've seen very commonly from other people when they were using it, but I've never had it myself because, you know, I'm an Apple guy or Mac or whatever. So, but yeah, if you don't have anything else, I think we can definitely move on for Discord.
Well, I guess last thing.
Yeah.
No, Microsoft don't buy Discord right now. I have a contract with them for a year. Pay them what you call $50.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Don't buy yet.
Yeah, he invested. He made an investment for 1 year. Yeah.
Buy it after.
Yeah, buy it after, yeah. Anywho, that is that for Discord and Microsoft. All right.
Microsoft still sucks.
Oh yeah. Apparently, it's going to be over $10 billion. So
That's it.
that's it. I mean, still a lot of money, but
I know it's still a lot of money, but it's like that's it.
well, this is Discord. They're not making money. So if you're in that position, you have literally approximately $10 billion sitting on the table with your name on it. Would you take that? If you're the one who started Discord,
Nope. Higher, bitch.
higher. I mean, yeah. You could always try to go for higher, but 10 billion is still quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe 20 billion.
Let's just think. How many Shining Fates can we buy with 10 million?
Shining Fates. Oh my god. How many Charizard? How many shiny Charizards I can pull from all? I would have to have all the. Okay, no, I mean not really, but okay, most.
Yeah, I think you will have majority.
Majority,
of
yeah.
The world's, Charizards.
Yeah, all the shipment and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I would have to have most of the shiny Charizards by then. Yeah, that would be something. Alrighty, well, $10 billion. We'll see.
That'll paint a giant target on your head.
Yeah, right. That's totally not gonna happen. Anyway, alrighty. Let's go on to this, which is a little more controversial, just a little bit. This is PlayStation closing their PlayStation 3, PSP, and Vita side of things when it comes to the store. Let's see. It says it will close on July 2nd, according to Nebel on Twitter. On Vita, or for Vita, it will be a little earlier, which is August 20. No, a little later, excuse me, which is August 27th. But I think after that, you can still re-download previously purchased content and games redeemed through PlayStation Plus. But you can't make any more new actual purchases, and no more in-game purchases that are new beyond that. Obviously, there's still time, right? But after July 2nd, the PlayStation 3 and PSP will not be available when it comes to those games. And then for Vita, will be a little later, like I said, August 27th. So, yeah. That kind of sucks in a way, because this is kind of on par with Nintendo limiting access in a way. But this is Sony cutting off a good chunk of games, let's just say, a whole generation of games. Actually, is that like two or three generation worth of games, right? Because there's PSP and Vita. I don't know if you count those as part of it, but that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games being cut off. And although I think there's been rumors that those games are going to transfer over to PlayStation Now, which is like the subscription service that Sony has to offer if you want to play certain games and such. But you have to
hate that.
What's up?
I really hate that. To play like the good older games, it's a subscription thing.
Yeah. Unless you just plan to drop 1 month and just play the shit out of like these games for like 1 month, then sure. But yeah, it still sucks. You just can't buy it one time and then keep it. Obviously, they want to, like a sustaining business out of it. So, they're probably doing what they can, I guess, to squeeze out more money as much as possible. That's just where I see it going, which is, it kind of makes sense on the business side of things. It is to just move those games to the subscription-based sort of service. Yes, which means you have to keep paying it just to keep it around. So yeah, it definitely sucks. Any more comments, Sawa?
I cry now.
Yeah. Although, granted, I have not fired up my PlayStation 3 for a very, very long time. Very long time.
I forget what that thing is.
Kind of collecting dust, man. I think it would make sense for me to put it in storage, put it in my closet, and never look back on it. But yeah, I think that's like that'll be for if I do want to make room for like another console or something like that. But that won't be like for like what like 8 to 10 years or something like that. Another gaming generation, right? Yeah. We'll see about that. But anyway.
Come here, Sonny. This is what we call the PS3. No, it's not a paperweight.
Yeah. It's not a door stopper.
This big cute chat could play all of these PS games.
And
what also you can do is toss it at your brother.
Oh God, your little brother.
Go along, Jimmy. Oh shit, you went down the stairs again.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have any stairs. Where the fuck did those come from?
What's that? Yeah, we'll probably have like anti-gravity staircase things in our houses. I don't know. When we're old.
Shit, Jimmy, you found little dust. Is he still grinding on Devil? That's awesome.
Yep.
Boy can move hips.
Can move. Can move hips. All right, let's leave it on that. All right.
That music video was something else.
Well, anyway, funny that we were talking about the future a little bit because Cyberpunk has made it into the news in some shape or form.
You can move your hips in Cyberpunk and grind on Devil?
Well, I mean, it depends on if your game is that buggy or not, or if you modded your game the wrong way, I just say. But anyway, patch 1.2 has come out already, but they did definitely announced it on the 29th of March, and there's a lot of changes. This is a huge list of patches. Nice. Look at that. Still going. Miscellaneous, PC specific, console specific, Stadia specific. That's gotta be like the world record of the longest list of patches in the entire world. Like, dude. Guinness record for longest list of patches for a video game. Like, my God, is a lot. It did make mentions about the police spawning a little farther, which is a little stupid in my opinion, but it is something. It's like a really tiny step in a good direction, I guess. But yeah, the steering sensitivity, right? The adjustments that on the vehicles that we saw previously. They actually fixed a lot of the quests that didn't finish, including one a quest that I was specifically stuck on because it didn't complete or something, even though I already completed the mission. Which I'll read it here. It's a cyber cycle mission called Smoke on the Water. Totally not a reference from a song, but anyway. No longer reappears in the journal after being complete. So that is something. Hopefully that will fix my little personal glitch or bug that I've been really been bothered by. But yeah, there's a lot of more glitches like that throughout many quests and stuff like that. Obviously, there's a lot of like open world stuff. I haven't read the whole thing, dude. There's a lot to go through. And of course, with that, there is the update, right, itself, which was 40 gigs understandably so. Yeah, 40 gig download, right? Unless you play Warzone, which is nothing, right? But
Yeah, I was about to say, well, are you actually playing COD instead of Cyberpunk?
I mean, yeah, if you have Warzone on your hard drive, that's no way, Jose, you're gonna play the new Cyberpunk at this point. 1.2.
But didn't COD like have a update to lessen the
Yes,
the
that was actually the very next thing on our list. Funny enough,
see, I'm not even reading the list.
you know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I can see it into the future.
Yeah. Now, this is a pretty big fix, but they're not. Of course, I mean, granted, I haven't read the whole thing, but it's not the big change that we've sort of looked for, which is like obviously like something different. Most I think it's safe to say that most of these are just fixes, right?
Yeah,
Obviously,
like
but
little hot fixes.
a lot of hot fixes, yeah. Instead of like actually like adding more to the game or something like that, making the game different in some shape or form. It's just fixing up the game, which again should have all happened, during longer development, but it didn't happen, and here we are in this situation. I do want to check it out myself at some point. Maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. I'll stream the 1.2 patch this weekend, but we'll see. Well, by the time this video comes out, I already have or have not. So anyway, yeah, we're speaking past, future, and present. It's weird. Anyway,
No, it's not weird.
yeah, totally not weird. So yeah, a lot of fixes, all that stuff. To go along with that, for Cyberpunk, there was a leak supposedly for the upcoming DLC, which was the actual additions that we were looking for in some shape or form. So according to the leak, they had 10 free DLCs, right? And then there's gonna be like 3 paid DLCs which are sounds like they're gonna be like expansions, right? That's like the actual new content, similar to that of like Witcher 3, for example. But with the DLCs right here that are on the list, that includes the Ripper Dog expansion, the Body Shop expansion, Fashion Forward expansion. So a lot of the customization and parts that you swap in and out for different abilities seem like they're going to be different, so I hope that is the case. Gangs of Night City, so I'm not sure what that is. That sounds like maybe they're going to add more gangs, or they're going to expand upon the already existing gangs in Night City. Body of Chrome, that could go two ways. That could be something like a new chapter or new story related thing called Body of Chrome, or it literally is just a Chrome skin or color of sorts that you can add to yourself, because the customization is still pretty limited. You can't really like add any more robotic parts to yourself to make even more like cybernetic, like other people are in the world of Cyberpunk, which is something a lot of people complain about too, which is the lack of customization. So that could go both ways. Rise of the Dark Future, that sounds like something story related. The Relic, same as well. Neck Deep, that could all these all do sound like something to expand upon the story. Night City expansion, so that sounds like they're gonna actually add more like locations and such, maybe more secret locations, hopefully more stuff to look and explore. That sounds really good. And there is actually one unnamed DLC there on the list. Apparently, two of these, according to this, two of these 3 DLCs have similar names, with the 2 promo videos uploaded to the Cyberpunk channel before the release of the game. He thinks that 2 DLCs were originally planned to be released as part of the base game. However, the devs didn't have enough time. So, yes, that makes sense. That theory sort of sounds that sounds like it makes sense because yes, there wasn't enough time for the game, obviously. And again, here we are in a situation. So, I think it looks like previously there were even more free DLC to be planned or expected for the game, but now they just reduced it down to 10. So maybe interesting. Yeah. So I wonder where the other 8 are, or what they're gonna do with the other 8. Are they gonna save that for later, or are they just gonna dump that into the paid DLC side of things, or just scrap them altogether because time and money and such and resources. Yeah. So several ways it can go. Obviously. Apparently, let's see. This looks like from a data mine of sorts. I can't really say from where or how or whatever, obviously, because that's all. A lot of secret hacking work, I guess you can say. But anyway. But who has to say? This could all be, I don't know, photoshopped, or it could be all just a really early April Fool's joke or something like that. This was posted March 26th, so yeah. This could have been just like a diversion of sorts, just people just, or for people to just sort of talk about it, just for the sake of things, just to stir up more Cyberpunk on people's radars. I don't know, but any comments you can give for le Cyberpunk?
I think I saw their city in Godzilla vs. Kong.
You're still thinking about that. I know, man. You watched that shit like over 6 times at least, which is unbelievable.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up. Oh boy. Well, anyway, that's it on the Cyberpunk side of things.
Nice.
For patch and DLC possibly, but definitely the patch is real. It's already out. It's 40 gigs, which may sound big to some of you, but for those that have played Warzone like myself, which is that battle royale game that's still going for Call of Duty, it has been infamous for being ridiculously huge with each update. So that means your PlayStation's hard drive is pretty much going to be the bitch of Warzone. But that's all hopefully in the past, as IGN came out with the news that Warzone will finally start to have file size reductions in future updates. This next upcoming update apparently will be the start, hopefully. Let me see this. And apparently it says starting March 30th, which already happened. Thanks to data optimization and streamlining content packs needed for individual game modes, this will come after a larger than usual one-time update for Season 2 Reloaded, which will include these optimizations is necessary in order to reduce the overall footprint. No shit. Future patch sizes for Modern Warfare and Warzone are expected to be smaller than the one set to release on March 30th. So that was the quote from IGN by a representative, obviously. Let's see if there's any reference here. So, the update will reduce your Warzone file size between 10.9 gigs and 14.2 gigs, while the Modern Warfare file size will be reduced between 30.6 gigs to 33.6 gigs. Let me see. I believe, it was safe to say that, so there's some reference here. Modern Warfare launched at 60 gigs on the PS4 back in 2019, but eventually it ballooned to 200 gigs once Warzone and all that stuff came out. So that's some reference right there. And I think it even like went further with each update, I think. But yeah, if you have a PC, not as much of a problem, but still like is annoying. But if you have like a PlayStation, yeah, that's like a big chunk, if not most of your hard drive, especially on the PlayStation 5s, because the one that comes with it, SSD, is not big enough, dude. It like will pretty much eat up half of it or even more. It feels like, cause it's 800 gigs, right? But then it's already down to like 600 with all the stuff that's already in there. So you even have less than that. So that means you have mostly dedicated to Warzone if you really want to get into Warzone. So, but fortunately, that now they started to answer that back, and hopefully that won't be a problem for the future of Warzone and every other Call of Duty and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the gist of things. Any comments before we move on?
Why?
Yeah, I know. Why
It didn't take so much.
I think they did it with the quality, right? Without considering that you can only go so far with the quality. So like, I don't know. When it comes to like textures, and audio, like maybe they might have done too much with it or something like that. Like for example, like hypothetically speaking, let's say like your average MP3 song or whatever is like obviously the highest quality will be 320 kilobits per second. That's like your sort of go-to if you really want your highest quality and such. But I think really beyond that, I don't know what the next number is, but let's just say 500 something, right? You're not gonna really hear a whole lot of difference unless that audio file actually is what it really cries for. So I think that what they did was just they just overdid it with the quality, even though the actual file itself only needed this much, So that's like probably the poor optimization on their side of things. Like they're very overzealous on the quality settings or whatever. So that might have been what happened. So it's like trying to add it's like trying to like upload the highest settings or export on your highest settings for just your regular like 720p video or 1080p video. Like there's little difference they'll make, and it's just it's not gonna pay off for the space it'll take up on your hard drive or the time it'll take to upload on, let's say, YouTube or whatever video service that you go for. So yeah. So that's my theory anyway. That's kind of like the limited knowledge of how video games are developed or optimized when it comes to storage. Yeah. So anywho, last one on the news side of things is Fortnite related. Once again, they have a new skin, which is once again meme related in a way. This time around, it is the whole stonks thing. This came out around April Fool's, so a lot of people thought it was an April Fool's joke. Maybe it is, but I think it is real. You can buy it from the store. There were videos out of this skin right here. I guess it's called Diamond Hans. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like that stonks meme that you kind of see on the internet. With like the weird looking like crash test dummy 3D model thing. So yeah, they kind of took after that. So yeah, I think it's real. I think it was in the store at some point. So they were able to buy him actually. So, but yeah, just a little mention during the whole April Fool's thing. I was actually underwhelmed overall. I thought there was going to be a lot more stuff from the April Fool's side of things, from like gaming announcements. But yeah, did you see anything April Fool's related?
Did I? Fuck. I think I did, but I forgot who put it up. And oh well, no, I remember. Let me see if it's still up. It had to deal with 14. It had to deal with FF14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, FF14. Yeah. Michi was talking a whole lot about 14. I think they had a live stream and they were talking about some upcoming updates for the game of sorts. I think there's like quite a bit coming.
But they were doing like an April Fool's, like.
Yeah, I think that it actually had some sort of April Fool's stream or something like that. But I could be wrong.
Or it could have been like one of their other stuff, because it was like Final Fantasy 14 and they were like, we're getting rid of all the cat boys. It's like, what?
Yeah, I kind of heard about that when Michi was kind of talking in the background. I was like playing my game or whatever, and like he mentioned something about that, which it sounds like it's like a thing where it's like, why would you take that out? You know, I can imagine that.
Yeah,
across players.
It was just funny to me. I was like, and then there was another one, and then there was the Pokemon one for April Fools, the Bidoofs.
Yeah. I did see that. that was okay. That was kind of fun.
Company like issued like an apology saying that we don't know how this happened. It's like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there was something from Genshin Impact too, but it's not like anything like it's kind of like on the same sort of scale with the Bidoof thing from Pokemon. Like, this character took over the Twitter account. Ha ha ha! It's not Paimon. It's fucking Hu Tao. You know, whatever. That's funny. Whatever. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Look at us on Twitter. You know, that sort of thing. So, hee ha ha. Like it wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't like a video game announcement that looked like a legit video game. I think Platinum Games did something like that, but it was like for like an old video game that they're gonna put up anyway. So it's like, I don't really count that. They didn't talk about Bayonetta 3, so yeah, I think you would not want to hear something about Bayonetta 3 on April Fool's Day. Like, yeah. But that's probably like the one day you don't want to hear that news if they did, right? That would probably, be no buenas. But yeah. So yeah, that's the Fortnite side of things, and kind of something relating to the whole April Fool's thing that happened, that came and went once again. Were you able to find it, or not so much?
Couldn't find it.
Okay. But it is relating to 14, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
I just couldn't find it, so it's like, whatever, bye.
Bye. So yeah.
The ship sailed.
That ship.
Or is it stuck?
I don't know, man. Has the ship even arrived? Or has the ship even like sail, or was it able to even sail at all? I mean, yeah. So, all right. So that's it on that. Let's move on to the fighting game side of things. Ooh. So we got some cool stuff for fighting games. First off, Street Fighter 5 is gonna have their update show. So kind of like a similar fashion with Dan, how they showed off him in live stream. They're gonna show off, I believe, Rose and Oro even. So Oro is gonna have like that pre-game sort of look. So obviously his look is not gonna be finalized, but Rose, hopefully by then, will look all spiffy and stuff like that, all fancy and like, and it says and more. So hopefully we'll see like a little bit of a teaser for Akira, who's supposed to be the guest character of sorts, quote unquote, from Rival Schools. That's probably like the most exciting character for at least Capcom fans anyway. So hopefully we'll get some sort of teaser. We're probably gonna get some more skins, maybe. I mean, yeah, we are getting some more skins for Rose, obviously, but maybe more skins for other characters, maybe. Yeah. We're probably gonna have some little promotions about this product or whatever. Like, oh, we're doing another collaboration with this company, like Cup of Noodle or something. I don't know, Cup Noodle or another thing with Pokey, for example, or Pocky. Um, uh, maybe I don't know, maybe like a celebrity collaboration like they did with Steve Aoki or Aoki. I don't know how people say his name. I say Aoki because it's supposed to be Japanese. Anyway, that one's gonna be on April 6th. So that's a oh yeah, I've got to change my calendar today. So that's a Tuesday. That is a Tuesday. Probably by the time this uploads or this episode is up, the stream has already just happening, or it already has happened. Anyway, hope to see some cool stuff from Street Fighter for Rose and Oro, of course, and again, maybe a little teaser for Akira. I don't think maybe they'll throw out maybe I don't know, maybe they will throw out something for the last character, which has not yet to be revealed. What do you think? What do you think they'll do with that? Any predictions for the stream, Zawa, for Street Fighter?
Ingrid.
Huh. I like I know I remember I made the my big prediction because the number of costumes for the last character is only 3. And you know how they treat their female characters? They put a lot of costumes for a good let's say a good number of costumes, especially for Chun-Li and Jury, I guess at this point. But yeah, usually for female characters they get a lot more costumes than just 3. So I feel that it's not gonna be the case. I don't think it's Ingrid, and Ingrid is already a costume. But you can say the same thing for whatchamacall, Urian's costume of Gil. There was a costume of Gil for Urian. He had a cape, but it looked different. Sure. So yeah. I mean, I guess it's possible, right? Maybe though. I feel, because it's only 3 costumes, I feel, one, this could be just your typical male character for Street Fighter, or this could be possibly another guest character. I mean, do you think it would go along the lines of that? If it after Ingrid, of course.
No.
Say that. No. No. I mean, it's fair. I mean, Street Fighter has not been known for like actual third party characters. They've only had like characters within the universe. So I guess you really can't say Akira is a guest character, because Sakura was a character in Rival Schools. So obviously like the universes are all like sort of intertwined with like Final Fight. I don't know if Streets of Rage is part of that. I think that's completely different. I think that's from Sega, actually. I'm sorry, but anyway, is it from Sega? Do you know where Street of
Rage?
Yeah, is from specifically?
Let's see. Sega.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was Sega. I mean, it could be a guest character from there. Streets of Rage. I mean, yeah. I mean, would kind of fit, right? It could. Yeah, it could. Yeah, Soul Calibur. It could be. I mean, it could finally be Mac Hagar. It could finally be. Well, Hugo was already in a Street Fighter game, but you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely hard to say, sure, but it's either gonna be a male. I'm definitely gonna say it's either a male character from Street Fighter, right? Your typical Street Fighter character, or a guest character. That could go. I think it could go either way, but I definitely don't think it's any Well, granted, the guest character could be either be male or female there, yeah, sure, but if you're talking about just specifically Street Fighter, I definitely don't think it's going to be a female character for sure. Just because the 3 costumes just sounds like unbelievably low for a female character. But that's just my little 2 cents on it anyway. Alrighty, but I do look forward to it. I will try to catch it. I think it's 3 p.m., so that's perfect for me. So I try to mark that on my calendar. So anyway, why is the little emote of the calendar specifically July's 17? That's a very random date. Anyway, enough on that for Street Fighter. There's a bit of a little bit of an update for GG Strive. It's just letting you know what you get for early access when you pre-order the game. So if you pre-order the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition of Guilty Gear Strive, I think it's a pre-order thing. Either way, the deluxe edition and ultimate editions, I guess, will grant you the early access stuff. So it's like what, 3 days before the actual release date, and it's only I guess it's only exclusive on the PlayStation side of things. So the PS4 and PS5, I'm assuming, are only getting these early access stuff. So if you do, yeah. So no Steam, unfortunately, but yeah, part of the deal, I guess. So for the modes you have during early access are the online modes, all the chapters 4 story modes, and all the 15 playable characters during the early access and of course launch. So you get to play all those characters, including Anji and Ino, who have been last revealed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really much else to go off of other than you can do those 3 things. Well, that just sounds like you can just that sounds like everything, like honestly. But maybe you can't actually access to versus mode offline, which is very strange. But I guess yeah, because it didn't specifically say. They will let you play the story mode. Yeah, I mean, but what about training mode? I imagine they'll have training mode. They gotta have it, right?
Training mode is the story mode.
That'd be kind of bad. Yeah. Anywho, that's just a bit of things. Although, bit of weird news, I guess, on me anyway. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition for Guilty Gear Strive. I think I got a refund in my email regarding to that. So I don't know what happened. So I don't know if they just were just like, oh yeah, we don't want to charge you too early until closer to the early access or release date. So I don't know if I have Guilty Gear Strive still in my pre-order thing, my library for pre-download. I gotta check on that later. But yeah, I got an email that I have a refund from the PlayStation Store. So I thought that was very strange. Unless it's just the reasons I just mentioned, which is just, yeah, we don't want to charge you early anymore, or just in this special case here. So we'll just give you the refund for now until the game actually will start to ship out or be released or something like that. Which I guess that would make sense because I guess that's what's kind of infamous for, because when you pre-order something from the PlayStation Store and also Best Buy, not to mention, they charge our card full price super early. So yeah, if you ever wanted to pre-order something from a PlayStation Store, at least in the past anyway, you have to have that money ready pretty much. Yeah, same thing with Best Buy. I kind of hate that from Best Buy, but most of the times I was okay. Like I had the money for it up front, but it would be nice to just not be charged right away until the product ships out or gets to my door, so I'm pretty sure you had some similar experiences with Best Buy in the past when it comes to pre-ordering stuff. more or less.
Yeah, more or less. It's like, "Nee." I mean, the only time it was like, I forgot what I pre-ordered, and I just spent 45 minutes waiting in line or waiting at the desk while they try find my order.
Uh huh.
And it turns out it was just buried because I don't know how your Best Buy is, but it has that revolving like shelves, and then
Oh.
within those shelves there's like little baskets.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
yeah,
we do. We have the baskets. Yeah, we do have the baskets as well.
my
Yeah.
product was just buried under things in those baskets, and I'm like, okay,
All right. Nice organizing the shelves.
this is what all the employees was doing.
Yeah.
That's not how you look.
Yeah, literally I not pre-order. I had a store pickup for my my Pokemon cards. They're like the big ones. And they don't come with like a cardboard thing, so there's nothing like really protecting them from being bent or something like that. And yeah, from what I've seen at Best Buy, they could have easily buried my packs under all that stuff. Then, you know, all the other stuff for store pickup. So that could have like bent my other that could have like easily bent my cards, and I would have been pretty pissed about that if that was the case. But no, that luckily that didn't happen on that end. But anyway, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it on that part. Before we go on to a further tangent here, but anyway, but yeah, that refund, it was the same amount for Guilty Gear Strive, so I can only assume that it's associated for Guilty Gear Strive. I'm like, wait a minute, did the game just got canceled or something like that? I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, I'm like, what's going on here? I mean, granted, I haven't checked my PlayStation yet, but I doesn't look like it's canceled to me, so yet. I don't think there's anything else in the full details. But let's just check it out just in case. Maybe it'll answer the whole like whatchamacallit, the training mode and all that stuff. But let's see. No. Oh, okay. Wait, all chat. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see. So, wait, before and after. Well, I'm confused. Maybe they changed it up or something like that. Okay, that's weird. So it looks like, from what I'm reading here, I'm just gonna read the after part. All available modes for early access bonus for June 8th, right? On June 8th. All modes including online modes, all chapters for story, playable characters, including Onji and Ino. No early access bonus for Steam. Patch install is required. Blah blah blah. So I guess previously, I guess that makes sense. So previously, they only included the prologue stuff for story mode during early access, but I guess now for the early access, they're just gonna let you see the whole thing. Okay, that's kind of interesting, huh? That is, I guess that's worth noting. So if you want your little Guilty Gear lore stuffed with more lore on that early access, yeah, you can definitely do that now. So cool. All right, I think we can move on from there if we don't have any more comments. So yeah. Next up, we actually have a trailer for the new Melty Blood game type Lumina, excuse me, Lumina, however you want to pronounce it. Lumina.
It's pronounced aluminum.
Luminum. Oh god, that's loud.
I didn't hear shit. Ow, now I did.
Yeah. So here is a bit of a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've only seen this like once, so yeah. don't quite remember what was in it. So
So where's my where's our Gilgamesh?
oh, did you? I heard something. Did you did something disconnect?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that was weird.
I didn't hear anything. Oh. Continue.
All right. Sorry about that. I like the animations for the sprites so far, though. They look really cool.
So we have Mash. Useless, useless beach. Useless man. Oh, there's Saber.
Yeah, that's totally Saber. It's a vampire Saber. So I think her name is pronounced Arcade or something like that. Arqued. I don't know. I want to say
A lot of people. I'm just gonna pronounce her Saber.
It might be Arqued actually, but it might be Arcade. I mean, I'm just gonna look up the Japanese Arcade. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You know, fighting games, arcade. You know, that could be a nice little funny pun, but I think it's Arcade.
Aruke.
Yeah, let me just.
Okay.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Where's the Type Moon wiki? Because they got the katakana for it. Yeah, because it just says Arcade. Yeah. no, it's Arquedo. Yeah, so Arqued is her name, I guess.
Okay.
So, Arqued is the vampire girl for the story. Ciel or Shiel, depending on how you want to pronounce her name, is the nun or sister, from what I can understand. And they seem to be rivals when it comes to wanting to get Shiki, because they kind of treat it like it's a harem. Akiha is the main character's sister. And yeah, so that's a bit of that lore that from my knowledge.
Fate.
Huh?
This is just fate.
Yeah, it's Type Moon, so it's
I know it's Type Moon, but I'm just seeing fate everywhere.
It's the artists and stuff like that. It can't be helped. It cannot be helped. And
also, like, this move looks like something Mash would do.
I think so, yeah.
I'm just waiting for, another guy character just laugh and it's Gilgamesh.
Yeah, like calling people mongrels and whatever. That type of thing.
Or maybe in this game he's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't call people mongrels.
Yeah.
He just calls them stupid.
Yeah. I believe Melty Blood is supposed to have like a bunch of Type Moon stuff like that aren't Fate. So these characters are from, I think, Tsukihime or something, but I do want to make sure that's true, because it's supposed to be like a first party crossover sort of game. But let me double check on that.
So Shiki's in his Acha form.
Kind of. Yeah, because it's funny because Shiki here has the mystic eyes. Another character named Shiki from Type Moon, from Garden of Sinners, has the same exact ability, same exact weapon. So it's like so many like reoccurring. Yeah, okay, so these characters so far are from Tsukihime. So Shiki, Ciel, Akiha, and Arqued are all from Tsukihime side of things. So we're definitely gonna see more characters from other Type Moon stuff. So you could, yeah, I mean, you're not too far off that we may see some Fate stuff in there too. So
most likely skins.
maybe skins or colors, we could say for sure. There has to be like a Saber reference with our Qued, for example, or someone else. But yeah, I mean I do like it so far. The animations on the sprites are really nice. Like a breath of fresh air from all the 3D stuff that we've been seeing. They're not bad or anything, but there's so many of it, and of course it's gonna have all the stuff that you want, like the Japanese voice acting, right, for fighting game, English subtitles and other languages like Korean, Chinese, and Japanese, of course. And it's all coming out for PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One. So if you're still holding on to that PlayStation 4, don't have a PlayStation 5 still, you can definitely go check this game out once it's out. It is coming out this year, so hopefully the wait won't be too long. I definitely want to see what's going to be in store for the rest of the game. Like, are we gonna get more characters after that, DLC? But yeah, I definitely cannot help that she definitely looks like what's her name? Jeanne d'Arc, Jeanne d'Arc, right here with the hair and all that stuff, blonde. Not to mention, Shiki looks like fucking Emiya, like, dude. Emiya with black hair, pretty much. But yeah, it can't be helped.
It's just another incarnation of Enya.
Pretty much, he's the main character.
Wait,
yeah.
She's not Jeanne d'Arc. She has red eyes. That's Gilgamesh.
it's female Gilgamesh.
It's Gil.
Yeah,
it's Gil.
Yeah, you're right. It's Gilgama. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, pretty cool so far. Did you have any comments about how the game looks so far? More? You want to see more? Yeah, I definitely want to see more too. But yeah, again, like it's really nice that they actually went with 2D sprites. Very well animated with that updated artwork, because it is the same artist from back then, but the I forget his name. I think he goes by the name of Nasu, funny enough, but yeah, it's the same artist, but the art style has changed drastically over the years. Kind of like what happened with like Shaman King and so on and so forth. Which happens, yeah, you know. Styles do evolve or change, however you may look at it. So yeah. Yep, coming out this year, hopefully, and I personally look forward to it. Nice to have that 2D fighting game, you know. So, alright, so one more thing from fighting games. We had another character revealed from SNK. Previously, we had the Silhouette, and a lot of people thought it was like Ash, Elizabeth, Whip, even Shermie, I believe her name was. Which, you know, they're all kind of reasonable. Ash is probably the most crazy one, quote unquote. But I do kind of see why people said Ash, because it could have been Ash with a haircut of sorts, you know, because Ash always had like that big bob over his head. Looked feminine too, so it didn't help that people thought it was Ash. With the sleeves, right? The outfit that's within the silhouette, a little bit of the hair they can kind of see. People thought, you know, yeah, it could have been Whip as well, blah blah blah, you name it. And then, you know, people said King, and guess what? It's King. So, pretty
That's
cool.
Not King. That's not King. Where's their luchador mask?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got the wrong King, my friend. From another fighting game, yeah. But oh yeah, let me turn it up here a little bit. We have a new stage.
Why is she on that stage?
Good question.
Like this whole stage reminds me of like Silent Hill 2?
Yeah,
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, Silent Hill or Five Nights at Freddy's, definitely. Yep. Come on, baby. Yeah. Got that English going on as always. So she more or less has all her moves back. Some old ones making a return, of course, which is nice. Adieu. Yeah.
No, pick that shit up.
She's telling you to pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some shots where they were trying to show off her
assets.
Yeah, her assets, yeah.
Saved you there.
Yes. Yeah, totally not her yeah, there. Anyway. But I do think she looks at least decent. There are other incarnations of King that I do like a lot better. But this is like a nice breath of fresh air, I think. I believe she looked a little different from 14, but I could be wrong. Let me just bring up her model real quick here. So let me see. King KOF 14. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking of something else then. But let me see.
Armor King.
Armor King. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Well, this one here looks really good, right? But when it's in the game, yeah, you can kind of say it's a little bit of a different story. But yeah, looks more or less decent. It is still kind of reminiscent of 14 in a way. I mean, granted, she doesn't look too bad actually in 14. I'm gonna say, at least comparison to like other characters that got makeovers and stuff like that. Kyo, man, looks super different with his 15 model. Like, my gosh, looks super different. Anyway, back to King here. Has her vest back, all that stuff. I don't know about that ripped shirt one, but that's a fan rendition anyway. But it has all the stuff more or less. So it's, you know, sticking with the classic look. I do like that. Baby. Yeah, definitely a more mature looking King this time around. I always thought or think King is more on like the younger side of things. Like that, for example. I mean, it is a drawing, but here she looks different because her lipstick isn't as emphasized. But here is like super, like, you know, upfront to me anyway. But yeah, during my younger days, you know, I played a lot of CVS2 casually, of course, but I always picked King because I thought her sprite looked really cool comparing to other characters. I do have, I think, the little sort of compilation of her artwork. Let me just see if I do have it right here. That's not it, but oh yeah, right here. So Game Art HQ. Just bring that up. Well, I do like her old artwork. I mean, I'm just gonna go off of that nostalgic thing. Like, yeah, in the past, she looked more masculine, right? A little more masculine, which was the intention anyway, to make it a little more on the masculine side. She kind of reminds me of Sailor, like Saturn, for example. You know, that type of female character. But I did like really like her look back then, especially during CVS 2. I can't find her sprite though, unfortunately. But yeah, her sprite in CVS 2 to me looked the best. Very sharp, very like strong. Nice like Muay Thai stance as well. Really shows off her outfit really well. But yeah, it's just nice that they stuck with the old look from back when, with the vest and everything. They had her wear a coat at some point, but I'm definitely okay with the best. That's just my little preference anyway. So yeah, I guess you can say she was like the waifu, I guess, the SNK waifu from back when. But now she's like, but it's like either King or Leona for me. Like Leona always comes kind of comes in at a very strong second, and then King at first. But there are times where I'm like, yeah, Leona looks really really good. I don't know. I kind of juggle between Leona and King. But were you did you play CVS2 and then pick like King a lot or something like that, or did
I
you?
think on CBS2, I mainly stayed on the Capcom side.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, same here too for the most part. But whenever I did pick someone from SNK, I picked King.
I think for SN, I think I only if I did. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. So
Yeah, the
it's
roster. Yeah.
many moons ago.
Yeah.
Rigo? Rugo? I think it was I think it was only him.
Oh, so sorry. Which character? Oh, Rugal. Rugal. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Rugo. I think it was just Rugo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you pick Did you also get? Were you able to get God Rugal?
No.
Oh man, God Rugal was so cool. He was like, I mean, of course he was
Was
banned.
he?
He's the boss character.
No, but was he able to be played on the arcades?
I think so.
Don't see. I'm trying to remember.
No, I think it was only for console version. I think. I don't remember. I don't remember for the arcade version.
I only played it on the arcades.
I see.
I bad.
Hmm. Well, anyway.
I'm a purist.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. CBS2 was like a good amount of exposure for me when it comes to like a lot of the KOF characters, and yeah, and then King was like definitely like where I kind of like fell in love with that sort of look, that sort of like that suave, somewhat masculine look for female characters, especially with that like that whole like the slacks and the vest, and I think she's a bartender, right? But yeah, by the way, that look she has, it's really cool. I think it's a really cool look. And so yeah, so it's nice to see King back in there, looking pretty good for given the situation with SNK. So I'll take it. I mean, I like the artwork here, especially. There may be some weird angles at times for King right here. Well, I'll just play. I'll play it again, but with no audio. But
what? I cannot hear you.
I've never seen the little heel kick that she, or the axe kick that she does, but apparently that's an old move from way back when, during the KOF stuff. But anyway, yeah, so you see
in her time.
Yeah, back in her time. Yeah, the axe kick can go over projectiles, which is neat. She got the surprise rose, tornado kick, Venom Strike, of course, all that stuff. Double Venom Strike. Yeah, Venom Strike. Yeah, pretty interesting combos too. So I'm happy to see that that King looks at least fun to play. I think, but this trailer is a little different though, because it didn't actually show her super as like the final part. It just, I think it's her yeah, this just kind of looks like her her victory screen or whatever.
Yeah, like that was the part of this trailer. It really did shadow my expectations.
Yeah, right.
Because I expected like to end, as you said, to end it off on her super.
Yeah.
But I was like, nope. Teehee.
Yeah, so it looks like here is the only time you get to see sort of her super, because when it starts up at least, before the little flames kind of go. Yeah, see, like that. It looks like she's about to do her super right here, and then that's it. Like you don't get to see the rest of it at all.
It's like, that's it.
Yeah. So that maybe that long part of, or that really long whatchamacallit, like one of her max combos or whatever you call them, one of her supers. That was like pretty long. Might have been the big like level 3 super or whatever. Maybe. But I'm not too sure. It was a really long one, I felt. Let's see. But anyway, yeah, she's got that Muay Thai thing going on, so looks like she'll have a story with Joe Higashi, which makes sense. They're both practitioners of Muay Thai. Maybe at one point she won a Muay Thai tournament or something like that, so they kind of
got salty.
Yeah, he got salty. Yeah, her idol stance is okay. It's kind of, I mean, yeah, it is the same, I think, from whatchamacallit, 14, I think. I do want to try to, oh, right there. Yeah, so that's all right, but let me see. Let me see if I can bring up CVS2 with her sprite, because that one looks really cool.
Take this. Yes, some shit on your face.
It's
like, oh wait, that's just my foot.
There you go. I mean, it's a little small, but oh damn, that's really small. Hold up.
What is this?
Yeah. There's no like
picture
zoom.
For ants.
Yeah. Let me see. Anyway, I mean, yeah, that sprite to me looks really cool. Oh, you can kind of see it here. That's a better picture. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, kind of make a comparison with this, right? Right here, then here. She has like her foot up and stuff like that. Her hands are a lot higher, I think. Yeah, or yeah, it looks like they're like higher or like more together. Yeah, like that. I don't know. I just like that for some reason. I think that's really cool, in my opinion. But either way, King is back, so I'm happy. So if we don't have any more comments, we can definitely move on from there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It does make me wonder though, is she gonna be part of the women's team or whatever, as people have been talking about? Because I think that was a thing in 14. I don't remember, but so basically she will be with Yuri and Mai, which yes, those are two characters that are actually in the game too, as we've seen Mai from the first gameplay trailer, and then Yuri was revealed on her own. So it definitely makes sense to see her in the women's team again, if that's a thing. Oh yeah, I do want to leave off of the notes that the artist left. So it says King's 3D model has gone through some tweaks, making her far more ferocious and beautiful than her previous iteration. Also, look forward to her older attacks making a big comeback in 15. So yeah, I do believe it. I mean, the whole game in general looks more like there's weight to it. So the animations do look better overall for not just King, but for like a lot of the characters. So I believe it. And there's King with her old moves as well. So definitely that was true as well. So nice little sketch of King right there. I do like that this little piece of artwork. All right. So we can live off of there, or end it there for King. And now we can definitely move towards the light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. So, there's a bit of news when it comes to, or trivia, I guess you can say, for Falcon and Winter Soldier, as we kind of talked about earlier. So, apparently, according to some source called Parrot Analytics, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier has beaten Attack on Titan to become the most popular show in the world. It is high up there. I mean, I think it did beat WandaVision in terms of performance so
Yeah.
far. But the Attack on Titan thing, like, what is it talking about? Is it talking about now or when it first came out? So, like, yeah, I mean, that I can see sort of because like Attack on Titan was really big when it first came out. Like a lot of people were talking about it and stuff like that. But if you're talking about Attack on Titan now, it's like okay. I mean, obviously, because maybe not as many people are watching it now, and then now just people are sticking around to just like see how the story ends and stuff like that, or where it's going at least. Um, but either way, I think yeah. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, it's a good show. Like definitely a very good show. I would say a little more palatable comparing to WandaVision as a whole. Although I did like the whole like sitcom thing, that was neat. But I think this is more up my alley, in my opinion. Would you say the same for Falcon Soldier?
It gives off like that buddy cop movie vibes between the interaction between Sam and Bucky.
Yeah. Early on, yeah. But then they had that little exchange later on, and now it became more of a reluctant buddy cop relationship. So they like sort of respect each other. They seem to do that to some extent, but it seems like I don't know, like there's something going on between the two. I mean, for obvious reasons, right? With what happened with Captain America, but you know, I'm or Steve Rogers, I should say, and then you know, so that kind of left those two in a rift in some sort. So it definitely does help to make it interesting. I definitely want to see where it goes, but yeah. Any more comments about the show itself?
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, yeah. I think the most recent episode was quite bloody, and after a certain character makes a return. Not gonna say who, but you know, yeah. It was nice. It was nice to.
It was. It was. I'll spoil it for the chat. It was Steve Rogers. He came in, started kill people.
Yeah, old man Steve
Yeah,
Rogers.
old man Steve Rogers came in, did like a 50-foot like flip.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just kicked somebody in
yeah.
half.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
I mean, well, it's possible, cause anyway, I don't want to give too much away with that. They show something to make it possible in a way, but I don't know. I'll leave it off of that. So anyway, it's a good show.
They use fairy dust from
Fairy dust.
Peter Pan.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely fairy dust. Hold on. Let me turn on my light. There we go.
I still can't see you. Are you John Cena?
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely the peacemaker. I would definitely clean up the beach if it was even if it was a full of dicks to maintain liberty and peace. No problemo, he says. No problem. I think I heard her name, and then she was like, why would you put penis on beach? What kind of person would put penis on beach?"
And that's when I look at her and going like, "Wouldn't you?"
Oh boy. But yeah, that was a little bit of tangent for Winter Soldier and Falcon. Definitely want to see where it goes. Pretty exciting. Too bad it's only 6 episodes, but I think it might be for the best. But again, we have to see where it goes. This is episode 3, yes, or that's the newest episode, right?
Episode 3. Episode 3, and we only have 3 more episodes.
Yeah, we're already halfway, dude. Holy shit, that was fast.
We're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Yeah. Speaking of Attack on Titan, they did end part 1 of the final season, so they're gonna have a part 2. Actually, I was hoping they're gonna just continue it, but yeah, animation reasons and stuff like that, production reasons, they're gonna leave part 2 for next year, early next year, probably around the same date that it came out. I think for part 1 anyway. They just said winter 2022, so take that as you will. It did leave off a pretty big cliffhanger, but as someone who has been caught up with the manga, um, I know where it goes, but it still leaves me excited. I definitely wanted to see you know, how it gets all animated and stuff like that. It'll like pretty much fill in the rest of the gaps that I kind of like glossed over when it comes to like the lore side of things of the of the chapters. So, but it definitely is going to be super nuts for those who are sticking with Attack on Titan. I really do like the show. I think there were some bumps in the road at some point. Definitely, I can agree to that. But if you manage to get over those bumps, I think it really is a good show. Um, does things that I haven't seen in a long time for anime, but you know, um, I think it's a good show in my opinion. It was popular for a reason, so I can believe the quality of the story that it offers.
Yep.
A lot of lore, a lot of backstory, a lot of like talking and stuff like that, sure, but it all kind of comes together once you get to that point. So pretty cool. So anyway, a little bit of movie news before we get into Godzilla versus Kong. But anyway, so there was a tweet of Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, who was at New York, it looks like, or someone was at New York, and he was like showing off all the screens playing a teaser for Black Adam. So, which is a so is Black Adam like an anti-hero? Is it a villain or
It depends on what version you're reading
okay, I
in the
see.
comics.
Uh-huh.
I count him as an anti-hero because what he kind of, from the ones I read, he pretty much was like kind of like looking out for himself, but he's more like, I'm looking out for, think of like how Doctor Doom looks out for Latveria.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
yeah. So Black Adam looks out for his country or his kingdom. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But see, I don't know if this Black Adam movie is a prequel or sequel to Shazam. I want to say it's a prequel. It's a prequel and a sequel rolled into one.
Maybe it might be a like, oh, while this happened, this was happening too, or something like that. I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. Like meanwhile, probably takes place similar around.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That'd be kind of cool if they actually sort of take that sort of that cheese and then sprinkle it on top of these movies. But yeah, Black Adam. I mean, sounds interesting from what has been teased with Dwayne Johnson being Black Adam himself. So, we'll see if the man can pull off the Black Adam. So, yeah, I mean, and it is worth mentioning that this is a character from Shazam. So before we go further, so yeah, Shazam. So, does he activate his powers the same way Shazam does, or
Yep.
yeah, okay, so he's kind of and I guess you would say how Sonic and Shadow are. I guess there's like a dark version of Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah, dark Shazam. Maybe not completely like anti Shazam, right? Because
Yeah.
they're using the same power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, and also that you could say, not predecessor. Is it predecessor? Black Adam was way before Shazam.
Oh yeah,
this the kid Shazam.
So the kid is so he's a successor. So yeah, he's the predecessor. So yeah, because he came before him. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool. So pretty interested still. I do want to see obviously a trailer for it, but
What's a trailer?
Yeah, right. What's a trailer? What's a trailer and like a long ass clip that spoils a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, trailers nowadays are pretty much the entire movie.
Right? All the good parts in the movie, like a compilation of a good movie, or the good parts of the movie rolled into one, unfortunately.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's open up with this for Godzilla versus Kong spoiler talk. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, because I muted it. Now I can unmute it because I don't want to get spoiled. Anyway, this is from Kaiju News Outlet. So during the opening, international opening, they had grossed over $100 million, which is actually pretty cool. Just over the weekend. So precisely, it was 121.8 million across 38 markets. On pace with the approximate 300 to 350 million total global run. The film's success largely stems from 70.1 million opening in China, right? So just because there's a lot of people there, naturally. So pretty cool. Yes, and of course the film itself is now out for everywhere, theaters and streaming as well. I went ahead and checked it out on HBO Max, and final warning: we will talk about spoilers. So if you haven't watched it already,
no, we're not.
Yeah,
we're gonna be very, very considerate.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna walk over.
We're
gonna walk over eggshells, and it's just like.
Yeah. Like, we're gonna be very considerate and not spoil anything. Kong dies.
God, Jesus, with the.
I mean, what?
No, okay, so we're not gonna spoil. We will talk about spoilers. So if you don't want to get spoiled, you can go ahead and check out Godzilla versus Kong if you have HBO Max, because it's a good one. So just know that, and so that's your final warning. Okay, so let's start with you, Zawa. What did you think overall for Godzilla versus Kong? As someone who did watch it over 6 times, let's just say.
More.
Of course you want more, but
more.
I mean, yes. I mean, like, what did you think? What did you think overall?
Do you want me to be like super deep, or?
I mean, go ahead. I mean, that's what we're here for.
The writing could have been a little bit better at some parts.
Yeah, that I think.
Just a tad.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Keep
going. Yeah.
Yeah. The human characters, they were okay, but the only human character I really focused on, like I gave a shit about, was the
little girl.
Gia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was the name?
And
Gia?
now,
was the name Gia?
Gia.
Yeah, Gia. Yeah.
Gia. JIA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was the one that I kind of like when you look back at how King of the Monsters was.
Yeah.
You had Madison.
Yeah.
She was like, I guess as close as you can put as a human, not really a human connection, but try and see how in Godzilla, she was like Godzilla. She was like a team for Godzilla.
I get it. She's like a connecting point.
Kong.
She was kind of like the connecting point between the humans and Godzilla in that movie, and in this case, it was Kong and Gia.
And Gia.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of like in Kong versus Godzilla. I had a more connection with Gia and Kong than I had with Madison and Godzilla. because because in King of the Monsters there was really no connection between Madison and Godzilla except for I'm angry girl
Yeah.
roar.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't really show a whole lot of that until maybe the end, towards the end ish. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Go on.
The fight scenes were really nice. They were in the daytime mostly.
Yep.
Something I was really happy about. I mean, I love King of the Monsters fights, but I can't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
What is the and for you saying that I watched this more than 6 times, I was Easter egg hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you able to find a whole lot, or there's not really a whole lot? Or...
I found some.
Yeah.
Like there's that scene is close to the climax of the movie. When I keep forgetting his name, the director of Apex.
Right. I mean, I don't even know his fucking name either.
Yeah,
So.
You see all the monitors behind the group.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something that was relating to Biolante.
Oh, okay.
It was like plant substance. I was like, enhance.
Enhance, yeah.
Let me see that. But, and then it was funny because my other friend that was watching it didn't catch the part that when they were uploading the new power source
Yeah.
to a certain mech.
Yeah.
You can faintly hear King G's roar.
Oh, okay, interesting. Huh.
So at that moment, I was like, I'm gonna bet you he's gonna take over this mech. Oh, I called it.
Yeah.
Speaking of calling stuff, I still owe my friend a month's worth of lunch. Isn't that bad?
Oh my god.
For the ones in chat, I bet it with my friend that in Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla would do his famous flying drop kick.
Yep, from
Some sort.
Godzilla versus Megalon, yep.
And then my friend said, I bet you that he shoves a tree down Godzilla's I bet you Kong shoves a tree down Godzilla's throat.
Uh-huh.
Guess who won? But I tried to be an asshole going like, well, it's technically not a tree.
But you know what they're going for. I mean, like...
Yeah, it's like, you understand the reference, but it's technically not a tree.
Right. But I say he won the bid, though, because, like, that part was, like, very obvious. I mean, kind of subtle, but... it was pretty obvious.
It's pretty much on the nose.
On the nose, like, yeah, he shoved the axe handle down his throat for a bit. Yeah, that's a bit of that reference, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I guess...
Yeah, anything else?
One of my gripes about this movie is when they were in Hong Kong fighting.
Yeah.
There was a lot of green and red.
There was, yes.
If you notice, like, you saw the city, it was full of neon colors, but it mainly focused on green and red. I'm like,
well, I mean, you can only have so many colors on the screen, so yeah, I mean,
you can have, but still, I was like, this is kind of like hitting on the nose, like very like good and evil, because green and red, or some movie posters they use blue and red.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. That signature color palette for depicting like the good guys versus the bad guys.
Yeah.
Just change the hue, please. There's other colors in the color wheel, please.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
But I guess, like, for what it is, it's a good monster movie.
Oh yeah.
Did I go into this movie expecting the human story part to be fantastic? No. I went in there going like Godzilla versus Kong. Two giant monsters fighting, featuring humans.
Yeah.
They're very tiny, featuring humans.
Yeah.
And it's more funny that in this movie, you're kind of voting for Kong because Kong has more like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it. It kind of irked me, but it was okay. Kong was a little bit too human, if that makes sense,
Right.
with his emotions.
But you know, he's pretty intelligent, so it's like it can't be helped.
Yeah. And then we have Godzilla. Like, there's some parts that I didn't notice that made me go like, "Oh my god, wow, he's actually laughing. He's actually smiling."
Yeah. I caught that too. I'm like, damn, dude, he got that shit eating grin like after he like did something to that motherfucker. Like, goddamn. I actually, I know, I kind of noticed the laugh, but after I watched it, that part again, I definitely like even like it's like I hear it now. It's like, wow, like I saw the smile though, so that was definitely more than enough.
The smile, I was like, "Hey."
He's like, yeah, it was like a weird, like, I don't know, like
I paused it and I was like, "Look at my boy.
Yeah.
Good job, my son." I continue to kick his ass.
Yeah, interesting that I noticed if you look at this artwork too, but like I didn't realize that Godzilla had like gill like stuff on him.
Oh, you never noticed he had gills?
No, I mean I don't even. Well, was that a thing in King of the Monsters?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was just kind of like subtle, but
yeah, it was subtle, so that's why I didn't like notice it as well. But yeah, definitely here, like you can definitely like see them now. So
yeah.
Anyway, like maybe more details on Godzilla. But anyway, continue. If you have any more.
Whoever, I want to know if they hand made the animations for some of these fights, or did they
Mocap.
had a mocap.
There had been some level of mocap at some point.
Yeah, because there's this one part that made me go like, this looks too smooth for him. Let me just sorry guys. At the moment, I am playing it on my end.
Oh yeah.
To find this scene.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just don't show it.
Right. I'll yeah, you screen share it to me, but not the audience. Yeah, just make sure the audio is like not whatever.
Okay. Is it non-existing?
Hold on, let me. Well, I can. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. If I need
mute my ass. Or mute
I'll mute your stream. Okay, there you go. Oh gosh.
Wait, see, that looked too fluid.
Which part? Sorry.
Okay.
Go back. You mean this whole thing is too fluid?
Yeah, this whole fight looks very good. Like it looks so fluid.
Oh yeah. So.
Right there.
Yeah.
But it's funny, and then this upcoming part, like there.
Yeah.
That looked like mocap, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There had been some form of mocap. Yeah, for sure. At least for Kong, anyway.
And then this part, I was like, that looked too smooth of how.
Yeah. I mean.
And there's
the reference. Yep.
That's where I lost my bet.
Yeah. All right. So obviously we had the big fight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What did you think of the other big one, which was Mega Godzilla?
He moved better than the 70s.
For sure, obviously.
And see, I told you, they snuck it in the trailer.
Yeah, no, I noticed it. It's just that I'm like, is that Mega Godzilla? Like, I don't know, like, Yeah. I know because like I noticed the red glow, and I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm like thinking in my head like, oh, are they gonna actually pull off like the fake Godzilla skin and then it'll peel off and stuff like that? That could have been
A,
actually really cool, but
a lot of people was like half expecting that Apex were aliens
oh yeah. That could have been neat.
because usually like when it came to Mechagodzilla,
It was aliens, yeah.
it was aliens, and they asked for like this one human to fix their problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or
the fight scene with Mechagodzilla was pretty much like, yeah, that's actually how I would think a modern advanced robot will be fighting, not like I throw punch. I
yeah.
am
Yeah.
because again, this we're supposed to believe that this is a very advanced robotics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously supposed to be
And
designed to kill Godzilla or kaiju in general. Or Titan in this case, excuse me.
the host coming now is like, what did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, and then like um so did the play did the movie play out like exactly the way you expected? Pretty much, do you feel?
It felt rushed,
It felt
to be
rushed?
honest.
Okay, interesting.
Like when you take out Godzilla,
Uh-huh.
ultimately it's Kong too.
It does,
When
yeah.
you think about
It does
you
feel
take out
Mhm.
Godzilla, it's pretty much Kong 2, and Godzilla is just in there to go hee hee ha ha.
Right. That's the sort of the similar thoughts I had with this movie. It felt very focused more on Kong than Godzilla, unfortunately. Now,
Which was
granted,
good
go ahead.
because we needed something else to focus on, like for the human interaction.
Right, and but granted that Godzilla had two movies, and then Kong had
Yeah,
one. So you
one.
could say that's fair, but this is Godzilla versus Kong, so I would have expected a little more from a Godzilla, right? And yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead and like add my 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
yeah,
well, we have this in the background to help you, like
remind me of
flesh
something.
something.
Yeah, so like obviously like you said, the writing was definitely like the weakest part. The humans for the most part I definitely they give no shits about other than the little girl and like her group pretty much. The group with the little girl was probably like the group I've stuck with, felt like over what's her name, Madison's group. Like, yeah, that one was just like kind of cringy, if I'm gonna be honest. And like the whole thing with like the podcasting and like that whole thing,
Yeah, the
like,
conspiracy guy kind of like annoyed the hell out of me.
yeah, like it just didn't really provide much else contributing to the actual like Godzilla versus Kong. Like, if because like in the Japanese versions, like a lot of the humans always had some sort of connection with Godzilla. Like,
Yeah.
if you take like Space Godzilla for example, there was a guy who wanted revenge on Godzilla because his best friend, was killed in combat because of
Yeah.
Godzilla. So there's actually some sort of connection there. So he has his reasons. You know why he's there. You know why he's involved. What his reasons are. So you feel some sort of connection with this character more than this guy. This guy is just like talking about Godzilla. Like he doesn't even like relate to him to any way. Like if they talked about his wife too. Like he talked about his backstory with his wife, right? Like she died or something like that. Like somehow she passed away or something like that. And then he has like the flask with the gun holster thing, which is weird, but okay. What does that really serve anything at the end, right? Or for the whole movie, like it doesn't really serve anything. If let's say his wife was killed by Godzilla from from one of his random rampages or whatever, or like then that could have been something. It could have had something there. Then I can understand why he's so like obsessed with Godzilla. Like, oh, he's doing this or he's doing this for a reason or whatever, right? Because his wife is dead because of Godzilla or whatever, or he has some sort of connection. But yeah, like Madison's friend Josh was like whatever to me. Also, like he was supposed to be this hacker, but not really. Like he was kind of just there to me as well. Um, and then like yeah, but there's that one part where he took the whiskey, the flask, and just poured the liquor on the computer, and that disabled Godzilla for a second there. Yeah, I can definitely see you're talking about the whole red and green thing. But anyway, um, um, yeah, like it's just like the writing. Yeah, it all comes from the poor writing, in general, that
But
made
I
it
can
weak.
give to the director because I know
Mhm.
he made more movies
Yeah.
back in before his. I want to say his downfall with this Death Note movie.
Mhm.
Like I want to say this movie redeemed his bad direct
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
his bad movie that's attached to his name with Death Note.
Death Note. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like it's if you look at everything else, like the fights and everything, yeah, I can definitely see like the
Yeah,
love there, like the fan service and all that stuff. Those parts were really cool. Like the monster fights and the stuff with the monsters was really cool. I just wish that even there was a little more to it. Like, well, I mean, of course, with example, a little more on Godzilla's backstory because we never really got a backstory beyond the just like, oh yeah, he was born from nuclear energy and blah 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 and all that stuff. But we never really got to see his origin or where he comes from. Like,
I'm sorry. I just want this as a wallpaper now.
oh yeah, the smile, yeah,
This fucking grin. It's like
yeah. I'm telling you, he's got that shit eating grin, dude. My God.
he's like, I gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh yeah, and there's that hole. The hole, like, kind of like I was like, oh my God, why? Like, cause like, they had that whole trouble with like trying to go into the reverse gravity thing, and then they're trying to go into the hollow Earth, and then so they use the ships to like try to
to
get
do
through
yeah
the gravity,
to
but
get
then
through.
yeah, but then Godzilla just literally drills a hole with his atomic breath, and like just like that, like there's the hole.
They're back. Yeah,
Yeah, they're out. Like there's the hollow Earth, just like that. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense to me because like why didn't they just drill a fucking hole for like I don't know this many years or whatever to I mean, maybe granted, like that might have been like the easiest way to get through, but also comes with like the big risk. You know what I mean? And plus
yeah.
the given time, right? Because time was running short. I mean, Kong and Godzilla were about to duke it out for like the wrong reasons, and they didn't want these Titans to die out. Because like these are the two last Titans, which I wish they had kind of expanded more upon. Like, 'cause they didn't really
It's
mention.
probably gonna be like through graphic novels or
Yeah, yeah,
movie tie-in stories. And look at Kong. He's just rampaging, and how many people are dying right now?
yeah, yeah. Oh, and then he got that singe, and then
That was a really nice like and
yeah, there's a smile. Yep.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got your ass, motherfucker. So yeah. Um I just wished also okay, so let's just pretend that okay, there was a reason to get through the whole reverse gravity
Yeah.
thing and all that stuff. But like yeah, I don't know. I mean, that the thing with Godzilla's breath was still laughable to me just because like he is I mean yeah granted he's like a powerful titan, he's like the king of the monsters whatever, so maybe he has the power to just easily atomic breath his way to the hollow earth or whatever, but all right.
Yep.
But I just wish
And
that
also,
oh go ahead, sorry,
yeah.
what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, just watching the scene again, it looks like a POV, like Disney ride.
Yeah, I was thinking like they're gonna put this in like Universal Studios or something, or
Yeah,
like yeah,
there are some shots that it looks like, wow,
it's a
this I
ride,
can
yeah.
see this as a ride,
Yeah, this easily could be like one of those like virtual rides, like the Star Wars one.
which I can never ride because I will be like dying.
Oh yeah, like the first time I was, first time I was riding the Star Wars one or whatever, or Star Tours, I was like pretty sick. Like I was like, ugh, like,
It's like I'm dead.
yeah,
Goodbye.
because it's like moving but not moving at the same time in your head, so it's like that's what's making you sick. But anyway, um,
Oh,
that whatchamacall, so the Hollow Earth thing, there was a part where at some point they explained like there was a war between Godzilla's ancestors and Kong's
and
ancestors.
Kongs, yeah.
So why didn't they
Which
show
we
a bit of that
yeah,
at least? I don't know, but go ahead. Sorry.
and they showed like Kong's ancestors are fucking huge.
Yeah, yeah, like the remains and stuff at least, right? So,
Yep.
but they didn't really like touch upon like the actual war itself. Like that could have been a
Yeah.
way for them to provide where Godzilla was coming from too. So it's like what like they could have spent a little more time there instead of like spending time with the humans and stuff. And and again, like the human parts were like just like really kind of filler in a way. They didn't really like contribute to a whole lot. Madison's part didn't really contribute to a whole lot. Like honestly, like she could have not been there until like the end of the movie, and that could have like been the same amount of contribution she made throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. So like this scene right here.
Yeah.
These are all the kaijus that we saw. And if we follow, like standard, like okay, so this one and this one teamed up to defeat this, and then
Uh-huh.
so. But see, it's only Ghidorah that says deceased. We don't see like the little status on these guys, so they could be. My theory is that Godzilla just incapacitated them, or they are actually dead. But it wasn't by Godzilla's hands. It was actually by Apex testing out
Oh. Yeah.
Mecha Godzilla to see,
Yeah,
like,
they'd probably capture
like,
all those. Yeah.
it's kind of like how Syndrome from Incredibles was doing with the supers.
Oh yeah, yeah. That could be a good theory. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Um,
And where they are with
Mhm.
the Mecha Godzilla that we got at the end was like pretty much like their final model, going like, okay,
Yeah.
we made it. We made it to where we want.
Yeah,
this.
that's exactly how it's. Yeah, I think that's where it was supposed to be going, honestly. So, but they I mean, because they were testing with there was that one test with the skull crawler, right? Because it was just randomly there from all the little skull crawlers they were growing too. Oh, he's onto something. But yeah. What? Dodo Gamma? What are you being up Dodo Gamma? Oh, that one. Yeah. I remember. I
But
thought.
apparently there's
Go
a
ahead.
leak on this thing's name.
What?
It's actually oh fuck, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Iguanus?
Some a toy. Hasbro leaked the Godzilla movie. Godzilla toys.
Yeah.
So Manila is actually this.
Oh, Minila. Yeah, Minila. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be
So I
a
was
part
like,
of Godzilla. Yeah. So.
yeah, but that's actually its name.
Oh, so that's supposed to be like a cousin or whatever of Godzilla. I guess in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, funny you mentioned the whole toys thing. I heard the toys like spoiled a lot of things for
Toys spoiled a lot, and I was laughing.
Yeah, good thing I didn't see the toys because I would have been kind of angry about that. But with that said though, I thought that the movie played out the way I expected to. Like, okay, so like, there's these two are fighting, right? And then Mechagodzilla comes in, and then they both fuck him up. That's pretty much how I expect.
It's pretty much Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman, but with monsters. Yeah. Although, I actually did not expect that for them to actually make a winner out of it. So, in the end, it was Godzilla that won the fight between the two.
Well, when you think about it, it's because where is my book?
Yeah.
Where's my show era? Kitty, get away from my leg. In the original, when was this made? 1963.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Godzilla. Kong won it because Kong, at the end of that movie, Kong is shown swimming away.
Yeah.
And where was Godzilla?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess for this version, it was pretty much let's give Godzilla a win, a W.
Yeah. Just to kind of make it even, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But I actually did not expect them to do that. Like, I thought literally their fight was gonna be interrupted by Mega Godzilla of sorts, or something, and then it would have been no clear winner.
I mean, when you think about it, like they had what one.
There was 3 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, there were 3 rounds. Godzilla won the first.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Because the sea. Yeah. Because. Yeah. And then Kong won.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah. Kong won the second one, but even though I don't know about that one, like I felt. Well, I mean, at this point, I kind of don't care. But at the same time, it's like I felt like this whole thing was one fight, though. I don't know.
But I look at the end, like, well, obviously Kong won this one with the help of
with Godzilla's help. Although they were both fucking him up at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt it was a team effort. So that for sure.
I really like this. What was his smile when he saw Gia? Okay, I'm sorry. This part of him running away, this far away from the blast, I'm like, how? What was the timer on that explosion?
I don't know. that's just the movie's like kind of weird subpar writing. It's just like, all right, let's just do this and do that and all that stuff. I don't know. But
see that made me smile.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously oh, go ahead.
Like this part when she's saying that you gotta help him. His face was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Broke my arm.
Yeah.
Let him die.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, he broke his arm. That's right. Or dislocated his shoulder. Yeah, they like pop it back in. I remember.
Which I kind of want to know. How did he know how to do that?
The sign language, or
the
popping. Oh yeah.
But like how his face is like, fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah. Speaking of the sign language thing, it would have been so funny with somehow Godzilla knowing sign language himself as well. So he would have been like this or something. It would have been so funny. Like maybe he's
like,
I think this is supposed to be like, yeah, like I think this is supposed to be like home or something like that right here. Or I don't know.
So, 2.
Yeah.
You roll it.
Yeah.
I care not about this, but then when I so as I was saying, there's one of the monitors was saying like plant substance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What is?
Oh wait.
This was shown in in a trailer, and I was like, "Wow, you did not just." This is a reference to to a lot of things.
Yep, it could be either King Kong's move or Godzilla doing all the the beam down to the throat move.
I mean, during like some of the fights with these two together, or their tag team, was also a callback to like Godzilla actually tag teaming with
Jet Jaguar and stuff.
Jet Jaguar,
King Caesar. Yeah, Caesar.
And Gearus.
Yeah.
Do shit.
Yeah. I felt like it'd been really cool that if King Kong held him up and then Godzilla didn't do the kick, the drop kick, that would've been so funny. I felt like they should have done that, just to sprinkle in one more little cheesy reference. Yep, and there's the axe. I'm surprised the axe didn't break at all during this whole like thing.
Well, when you think about it, the axe is made out of, I guess, Godzilla's ancestors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All this time when I saw them double teaming, I just thought, I keep forgetting his name. He's one of the famous WWE announcer, and I think he passed away. He's the one that will be like screaming, "Oh my god!
Oh,
my god,
Jim
stop."
Ross. Yeah, he's still around.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, Jim Ross is still around, thankfully. I mean, he's
That's
old. He's
all I-
old, but he's around.
That's all I was hearing. It's like, "Oh my god,
my
stop
God."
the match!
Yeah,
Stop the match!
yeah.
Here it comes!
Yeah. This man is broken in half.
Someone call the doctor!
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, I really did wish he did the drop kick at least with Kong holding him up. That would have been so funny.
But I think because, after the battle,
Yes.
Apex's facility is still active.
Uh-huh.
Or still there.
Mm-hmm.
King Ghidorah's skull is still there.
It's still there, yeah. And, yeah, the whole thing didn't blow up or anything, so
Yeah, so I'm thinking that
there's still material that for them to do something.
it was somewhere around here. I saw like plant-based whatever.
So you think they'll use Ghidorah's skull again to like clone, or not clone, but like create Biollante from there?
They might, or they use King Ghidorah's skull as a basis to make Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's that part.
'Cause
See,
we
the
don't
whole.
We don't know that there's other, like, there was like a vice chairman for Apex.
True. I mean, they could always be someone else to pick up the pieces there too.
Yeah, like the lady with the villain hairdo. Maybe she might the one that picks it up after.
Oh, you mean the chick that was down?
That was here. That was staring at him.
Oh, her. Oh, I thought you were talking about. Yeah, the daughter
Yeah,
was definitely dead. Yeah.
Which laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
Shoot him! It's like, you're gonna shoot the monkey? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me how that goes. Oh, yeah. So I want to say she picks up. Maybe if they make another movie.
If they make another one, yeah. There's gonna be some sort of excuse to make another villain or some shit.
I don't know what was going through the extra's head.
What?
Like, pay attention to these two
Yeah.
when this whole scene happens. She's like, line?
Yeah.
But I want to say, yeah, that when Mecha Godzilla was awakened, it was actually King Ghidorah in the controls.
Yeah. It took over the controls or whatever. I think that's a kind of a neat thing. What did you? I mean, speaking of Mechagodzilla, what did you think of the actual design itself?
I wish he was more not bulky, but I forget which against yeah. Kind of wanted him to kind of resemble I think they were trying to go for this, but more modern. But this mecha was called Kiryu, I believe.
Yeah, Kiryu. Yeah, funny because Yakuza. But anyway, but yeah, I felt like they were kind of going for this one from Ready Player One. Remember this one?
Yep.
Yeah, like it kind of reminded me of this one, like with the longer arms and everything. I'm like mixed with this one because like, okay, it does look similar with with legendary Godzilla, obviously, but at the same time, I kind of don't like the face when it's like straight on. It kind of looks a little goofy to me, but I don't know. I guess it is what it is.
Jesus Christ. You ever got your foot bitten before?
Yeah. Yeah, and oh yeah, there's that part where he was scratching him up, and yeah, he fucked him up too.
I love that. How he used the wound as like a little fuck you.
Yeah, he like punched the wound and everything. Stomps the shit out of him.
Say it.
Mm-hmm. Mother, why'd you say that? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this looks like he was like trying to say like like yield. Say it.
He's like, no. Yield. Yeah.
Now kiss.
Yeah. Now, what did you I mean, what did you think of the ending? Like, I felt like that was rushed.
Okay, so
very abrupt for me.
This ending or when?
Like right when the credits happen,
Here?
like all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh, this part. Okay, from what I read, this was actually supposed to be the post-credit scene.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay. So it's kind of just switched around.
What the director kind of like envisioned at first was right here.
That was going to be the ending right there.
And you see the credits, and then you see all of this
for the post credits. Okay, I see. So, but they just kind of switched it around a bit.
No, instead, he just So that's why we don't have a post credits.
I see.
And to me, this is good because this is Kong's
home. Yeah.
What you would call home, or his kingdom, while
Godzilla has
above,
Earth. Mm-hmm.
Above ground, yeah, is Godzilla's.
So yeah, Kong has a hollow Earth, and Godzilla has actual Earth. but I think at this point, like you can definitely see that Kong doesn't really care to be the king. I think he just wants to be home. I think that's like his number one sort of goal at this point. Which yes, by the end of it, he does have a home.
Yeah,
which I do agree with. I just wish that they kind of did a little more with the with Godzilla or something, like kind of show where he's at or going to be at or something like that. I don't know, but
it was this scene that kind of annoyed the hell out of me.
Which one?
Like, this is quote unquote military ship, right?
Yes.
Where's the security detail?
Yeah.
She just walked onto the deck. I was like,
yeah.
Usually there's people.
There's gotta be people on deck. Yeah.
For security detail, and she just walks like right through it. It's like,
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of just contrived bad writing and all that stuff.
That's why when she said like, is she supposed to be down there? It's like, yeah, I'm with her.
Mm-hmm.
where's your people saying that? Excuse me, kid, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with Apex's facility. I was like,
yeah, their security is terrible. Yeah, like there's a lot of terrible security in this movie. Because again, like subpar writing and all that stuff. They just didn't know what to do. So it's just like, all right, let's just make this happen. So let's get this story moving forward just by doing this. Yeah, I actually really like the first fight too. Like that was pretty funny. And then like you had the punch, and then Godzilla slapping back, and yeah, that was great. I think all the fights were pretty good. Although if you do think about it, there was only two actual fights, and then there's like the the second round in between the second fight, or I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I get it. Like the character was trying to say like, oh yeah, like second round goes Kong or whatever. Like all right, like you know, I get it that you're trying to like actually just explain it or anything like that, but I felt like it just didn't feel like a second round because the fight was still going in a way, you know.
I did not understand that camera motion.
There
camera mode. I don't understand.
Yeah, there are a lot of times where you wish the monsters would like have more weight to them.
I mean, the freight carrier is actually heavy.
Right. It's huge.
I wouldn't get past it that it can support 2 Titans.
Right. But you know, during the fight in the city, like you kind of just wish that there were a lot more moments where you feel the weight of the monsters, like whacking each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Like, remember when I was saying that when Kong did his first punch?
Yeah.
You would think that there would be like a
shockwave.
Yeah, shockwave, and the waters will ripple.
Yeah. Ooh. Slap. Yeah. And then there was the death charges. Yep.
Which when I look back at that, I was like, wouldn't you also be damaging Kong?
Yeah, that makes no sense. There's a lot of stuff that makes no sense in this one because, like, again, like the writing is weak. Oh yeah, that's part. Yeah, gotta love Godzilla's face.
He's like, you stay out of my fucking.
Yeah, stay out of my way, bitch.
Stay out my house, weak bitch.
Yep. So, so there's that scene when Kong drops the axe, and then they stop. And that was like pretty much like, all right, the fight's over. Pretty much like, do you interpret it as Kong being respectful, or do you interpret that as Kong being a bitch at this point, and he kind of gives into like kind of
when he dropped the axe, I think he was like showing Godzilla like, I don't need this shit to kick your ass. Yeah, to me, that's what I think Kong was like telling him. Is like, I don't need this shit to kick your ass.
It just seems like, like it to me. Yeah. I mean, some people like to interpret it as like, oh yeah, you know, Godzilla made him drop the axe and acknowledge him being the king of at least this Earth or whatever. But I don't know. Just to me, it seems like, yeah, you know, Kong just dropped the axe out of respect. Like, hey, like, you know, we should just stop fighting because, you know, there's people around and shit. Like, you know, he was being respectful, you know, and then Godzilla just turns around and stuff like that and walks off. And this shot's really funny too.
Godzilla, well, to me, this whole part was like, you just stay out of my way, you pussy bitch.
Yeah.
I'm the alpha. And then I made a really bad joke with my friends. I was like, why aren't they doing 6 feet? 6 feet, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's gonna live.
Yeah.
But overall, as okay, so if we want to break it down to like scoring the story and whatnot, I give the story sadly like a 5.
Yeah, the writing, the story, and stuff like that. The story quality is a 5. It's absolutely like a fucking 5. But the monster parts,
the monster part, I'll give it an 8. But if we focus like, because there's a lot of stories, but I will give the story with Gia's group, the little girl, an 8.
An 8, yeah.
You actually care about her.
I do, yeah. I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10. Like, it's good, you know. I feel like attached to the little girl more than the Madison's group, like bar none, you know. But yeah, the overall quality of the story, especially with the humans and stuff like that, yeah, that's a 5, man. It's just felt so contrived, and like a lot could have been a lot improved to really help this movie go along a little better. And I wish they just add just a little bit with Godzilla, like just something with Godzilla, just to see his little backstory and his ancestors, and of course see some of the ancient war. Like that could have been really cool. Instead of spending a lot of that time with the what do you call it, Madison's group. Like Madison's group literally like almost adds nothing to the story. The only people that are adding to the story is the little girl's group. Really.
Because again, this is actually Kong too.
Yeah. It felt it in a lot of like I agree that, you know, when people say this felt like Kong 2, I can agree with that. From what we had here.
Okay, so again, going back to like where's their security detail?
Yeah.
The whole like them coming out of the, I don't know what it was called, the monorail, the express
Monorail, yeah, the monorail or delivery monorail.
It would be like I would think there would be like sensors to, you know, identify,
detect, no, like to detect any like intruders or something like foreign
things.
Yeah, you never know, like, because like this is a world with titans or monsters. You would think they would have some sort of sensor to find any monster or a little like any little monster that may intrude the thing. Like, yeah, again, like it all comes back to the whole poor writing. This was poorly thought out. A lot of the things are poorly thought out. Oh, and another thing, I want to point it out with the pilot. Like that's supposed to be Sarazawa's son, and they like barely mention him or mention his name at all, if not at all. So you have to look it up to know that he's Sarazawa's son.
Yeah, that's why I think like mostly all of our gripes will be answered through like the graphic novels or the
comic books or whatever, like the
books or the movie tie-in novels.
Yeah. And then like I guess he dies from the electric shock or whatever, maybe. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it just doesn't confirm that he's dead or whatever. He could be, I mean, I don't know, he could be the next human villain, possibly, if he's alive, I guess. Like, he wants revenge on Godzilla for, I don't know, like, fucking up the whole project or whatever. Like, humiliating him, pretty much. Mostly just pride-related reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I feel like they barely mention his name at all. So, unfortunately, he kind of adds to nothing other than being the initial pilot for Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, so this scene is the one I told you. If you listen carefully, it's actually King Ghidorah's like roar.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of want to say like how the eyes are changing. Like I think when it's blue, it's supposed to be Shirazawa having full control, but it stayed red.
Yeah. So that's supposed to be Ghidorah, pretty much.
Yeah, going like hee round 2, bitch.
Yeah. I do like the shot when, like, you know, the main villain was talking, and then you see like Mechagodzilla's head like turning slowly towards, you know, this part. Yeah, I love that shot. It's just, to me, that's funny. And it's just, and then the people were just like,
Okay. That's just the security guard, right? Right here in the back. He could have been like, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Again, yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Again, I guess security detail is non-existent in this universe.
Again, yeah. Poor writing, blah, blah, blah. It all goes back to that. And he's like, oh shit. Yeah, and then there's that electric shock, and then I guess he's dead. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
No, you try surviving and look shocked to the head and come back to me.
It all depends on how many amps are there. If there's like 2 amps, you're dead, or 1.5, you're dead. But you can have all the voltage you want, get your skin fried, but still be alive in pain, unfortunately. But yeah.
Meow.
Meow. Yep. I kind of wish there was one more monster or mecha, or not mecha, but like one more thing. You know what I mean? So that way, it wouldn't be like 2v1. It'd be 2v2. That could have been kind of cool. But yeah, that might have been asking for a little too much on the budget. But would have been nice.
Sure.
Yeah, it could have been reminiscent of like Gigon and Megalon versus Godzilla and Jet Jaguar. Also with Gigon and King Ghidorah versus Godzilla and Anguirus.
Yeah. Kind of hate this part. I mean, I love this part, but I hate my friend. He was like voice dubbing this scene. He's like,
oh,
my name is my name is Toph Beifong. I am the greatest earthbender
oh my
ever.
god. Yeah. Yeah, she's supposed to be deaf, so yeah. That's what she's doing in sign language. So,
but the actress is actually deaf.
oh, is she?
Yep.
Oh wow.
I think I retweeted it. Don't look at my stuff.
Yeah. No worry, it's been on your face for pretty much most of the time.
There you go.
Oh, is she actually deaf? I mean, I can't see it from here, but I can't see the text from here. No.
In any case, in case anyone's wondering, Gia is played by a deaf actress.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, wow, it's authentic.
Yeah.
And I love this one. If Zack Snyder directed.
Yeah. I retweeted that one as well. Yeah.
I was like, yes. I support
Godzilla with a gun. Yeah. It's funny though because like remember we looked at that meme of, oh god, we looked at that meme with like the puppets, right, with Godzilla and Kong, and then there's Mega Godzilla. Like that wasn't too off, like from the meme. Funny enough, although the only difference is that Kong got the final blow, and then Godzilla was on kind of like the one line on the ground at that moment, but it pretty much played out like that. Like
how off-putting this would have been the final shot.
Oh yeah, Godzilla just skiing, what is it? Skiing on the water. Yeah, then the thumbs up.
Before he gets into the water, it's like,
yeah,
it's like, get out of here.
Yeah, that could have been funny. I honestly wish that Godzilla did the drop kick, but it doesn't make sense, I guess.
He doesn't have anti. I wanted this.
Oh, the slide.
We gotta hear the scream.
Alright, hold on. Let me sorry, you're gonna have to play that again. It's so bad.
It's like it's bad, it's good.
It's so bad, it's good. Yeah, exactly. It's got charm to it.
Yeah.
That if they played it out like that, that would have been so funny. Oh, I would have been
laughing.
I'd my ass off.
Like, at least wow, this is it's a serious moment, everyone. But
yeah, at least they put the tree in the mouth thing. So.
But it's not a tree; it's a fucking bone.
Yeah, I mean it's a reference to the tree.
I know it's a reference.
It's a reference to the tree. Like when you see that stuff, right, with the Godzilla ring or whatever, like it makes you wish that you kind of see see like Godzilla's ancestors or whatever, or Godzilla's history or backstory. You know, that would have been really nice. because this is supposed to be quote unquote the last of the trilogy for Legendary's Godzilla films.
Well, that's if the budget, and not the budget.
If they're not willing to do more Godzilla films anymore. Yeah. But I think this is on its way to success, so I think they'll be able to do it. To just continue the whole story.
Look at all these people dying.
Yep.
Like, wasn't there a warning?
Well, I think the city was evacuated, I think. But
Well,
there's still
those people. Yeah, those people in those buildings didn't look like they were leaving.
yeah, like there's always like the group that doesn't evacuate because they're, I don't know, they can or something. So those people are gonna be dead, unfortunately.
Give me my stick.
Yeah, my stick. Monkey. Yeah. Monkey, give me stick, monkey. No. Or here's a stick.
No, no, it's pretty much what's in your hand. A knife. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, wait, what? That was a drop kick, right? Yeah, he did a drop kick. That's so funny.
When I first saw this with my friends, I was like, "Wow, Godzilla needs to work on his DT." And they're like, "What's DT?" I was like, "I am not explaining to you
Oh
what DT
no, don't. Yeah. No.
And it took them a second. They're like, "Oh, ooh."
Yeah. And then someone went like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, that was me. I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's the part with the charging, and then
It's funny how my friend was saying that. Look, Kong has Mjolnir. I was like, "You're not wrong."
it's or Stormbreaker.
I
I like how he just throws it like that with his mouth. Like, all right, that's
like,
totally possible, but whatever.
I mean,
It's Godzilla, I know, but still.
and again, step on me, Kong.
Yeah. Spamming the beam, just like in the 90s. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yep, and then let's look at Godzilla's smile. Yep, one more time. His
Smile.
face.
Like,
His face, dude. That is hilarious. Alrighty, we're getting close to the we're getting close to the third hour, but
at least he's very expressive in this movie.
I like it. I dig it.
Instead of like, I'm always angry.
Yeah. So yeah, well, so what is your overall score though? I mean, I know you score like the story and
As
the monster
as
fights.
a Godzilla fan, like bias score or real score?
I give it a real score, just to go straight into it.
7.5 out of 10. But as a biased Godzilla fan, an 8.
Yeah. I would say, I'm gonna give it like the highest 7.5 I can give out of 10, just cause like the writing is so bad. Like I think a good way to sum it up is that it has a lot of good highs, but the lows are just super low. Like the writing, the human scenes, like you really don't give a shit about like most of the human characters. Like that's it, That's really all there is to it. It's the writing, and then not enough like backstory for Godzilla. Like it seems like they wanted to treat Kong with all the backstory and stuff like that because Godzilla got his spotlight with 2 movies in a way, but we didn't really get to like see his backstory in a way still, other than like I said, like he's made from nuclear radiation and such. Whoop-de-doo. Like
Like, I kind of wish the director kind of like tapped this director and going like, can I have some hints or tips, how to write my human characters good.
Well, yeah. The thing is that I think they brought the same writer that wrote Last Jedi, so take that as you will.
But I think because of Kingdom Monsters, they took mostly all the good references, and
Yeah.
for Godzilla vs Kong was pretty much the leftovers.
Yeah. It does make me think that, like you kind of pointed out, like the monsters, a lot of the monsters are defeated. They're not deceased. So and they did say they're the last two active Titans. So they didn't really say like, oh, they're the last two Titans to be alive or something like that. But I mean, it could be implying that they're the last ones being alive, right? But I don't know. I like
I want to believe that with the situation with Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong, Monarch found a way to recapture them and then just put them back in their containments.
maybe, yeah. And then there's Apex doing really shady shit by catching all those other monsters and killing them with the Mega Godzilla prototypes and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know, for what it is though, you know, I had waited for this movie for quite a bit, you know what I mean, and there was a lot of excitement going in. Did I come out of there fulfilled? Pretty good, but it could have been a lot better, I would say, with the human stuff. You know, honestly though,
where they were, all these, like, where were the twins?
Yeah, they got left out. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, they were totally like, seems like they were building up like the twins, right? The Mothra stuff. Like, honestly, I thought Mothra was gonna come in and break up the fight between the two. With the new Mothra, I mean, obviously, because you know she, you know, is supposed to reincarnate and all that stuff.
She's immortal when you
immortal.
think about it.
Yeah, she's the Phoenix, pretty much.
Phoenix Force.
Yeah, Phoenix Force. Yeah. I can't control it.
Dark Martha rises. It's like, oh wait.
Oh, dude, that would have been sick. But anyway, well, I mean, that's pretty much Batra. But anyway.
That's Batra.
Yeah, Batra. Yeah, seeing Mothra would have been really cool. Just to like break up the fight between them. That would have made some sense. And plus, like, there's the whole thing with like the twins that they've sort of supposedly were hinting at, but not really. Unfortunately. Whatchamacall though. It could have been a lot better, and you know, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. If I'm gonna be super honest with how I feel comparing to the other Godzilla films from Legendary, I think I like King of the Monsters a little more, just because like the moments with the monsters gave me more goosebumps than I got with Kong, Godzilla vs Kong. And then yeah, just Zawa's bringing up that comic with Mothra, my queen. I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean, well, like, yeah. So I think King of the Monsters wins it for me by a pretty good margin, a subtle, somewhat notable margin. But that's not to say Godzilla vs Kong is not a bad monster movie or anything like that. It's pretty high up there as a monster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were to compare the other Legendary films, which one is your favorite?
King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters, yeah. Yeah, if we're just talking about featuring Godzilla, yeah. If we were talking about like the actual best monster film within it, I would say Kong, because Kong, there was or Kong Skull Island, excuse me. Kong Skull Island had a really good human cast, better writing, really good moments with the humans as well.
And it was a small Avengers movie.
Pretty much like a good like all-star casting. Even freaking Brie Larson was in it, which I honestly kind of forgot at one point.
Everyone forgot that she was there.
Tom Hiddleston was there, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, like, yeah.
See, I thought he would have been the villain for Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh yeah, because I mean, yeah, too bad he got.
See, he had this, he had the head, but I guess again, maybe in the novel, the in-movie novel, it explains what he did. He probably sold it to Apex, or maybe he's actually the. What's higher than the president? The CEO?
Well, there's a CEO and there's a founder, so he might have founded Apex or something.
Yeah.
And then he got too old, so he retired and then handed off all the way to that guy you see in Kong. I mean, yeah, at that point, yeah, because that story took place in the what was it? I think it was like either like the late 70s or early 80s, right? Or at least somewhere in the 70s, let's just say. So yeah, by that point, yeah, his character would be super old to do anything. So do you remember what happened to the human villain from King of the Monsters, like the guy who plays Tywin Lannister? That character? Was he dead or was he alive?
Oh no.
By the end of the movie.
He was alive.
Yeah,
I was showing him. I don't think you were watching.
Oh no, yeah, because I was like, I'm in my thing, but yeah, because so yeah,
I thought he would have been the main villain.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. So sorry. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about Samuel L. Jackson for a second there.
No, not Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
he died.
He died. Yeah. So sorry, because you're just like kind of saying without mentioning his name, so I was kind of confused there. So anyway,
I forget what his villain's name was.
Yeah.
He had Ghidorah's head.
Yeah, he had his head. Yeah. So
I think his name was Jorah.
Oh, okay.
His movie name was Jorah.
Yeah, I think he might have just retired or something. He retired and gave it to that guy or something as after founding the company Apex.
Thank you, JJ.
Oh, did JJ do something?
It's okay. Okay.
Oh yeah. All right.
Godzilla. First Godzilla. So, well, for now, let's rank. Try to be unbiased, everyone.
Right.
With Legendary's movies.
Yes.
This is my list because there's only 4, right?
I believe so. Yes.
It's, to me, I'm trying to be unbiased as fuck, and it's hurting me.
Yes.
I'll go backwards.
You're gonna go from worst to best, right? So, or least to best. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Number 4 is 2014's Godzilla.
Yeah, naturally.
Again, I'm trying to be really unbiased.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's hurting. Number 3 is Godzilla vs. Kong. Number 2 is King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
And number 1 is Skull Island.
Skull Island. Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit, that hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to put King of the Monsters as number 1, but holy shit, that hurt me.
Yeah. This is your list, so I mean, I would have no problem if you put King of the Monsters on number 1, or I don't know, it would have made sense. I don't know, because okay, so while technically, I'll go. I guess I'll go, but number 3 or no, sorry, number 4 is 2014.
You don't know how to count.
I don't know how to count. I can't. No, I can't quick math. Number 4, 2014 Godzilla, obviously, because right. That's like easy. Number 3 would be Godzilla versus Kong, right? Good monster fights, but the human stuff still sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2, right? As much as I said Kong Kong Skull Island is the actual better film overall,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it in number 2 because number 1, King of the Monsters, had the really good like goosebumps moments, and I really like those moments, like whenever the monsters showed up, and like the music, for example, right? And I'm like, dude, Godzilla is my guy. He's my guy at the end of the day, and Kong, you know, respect. You know, you gotta respect Kong because King Kong is the original monster, right? From all this kaiju phenomenon, he started the whole thing. He paved the way for just cinematic, movie making in general. He like it was ahead of its time for at least for a very long time, right? For King Kong from the 1930s or whatever. I think even way before. Oh my gosh. No,
Wait, shit.
Yeah.
Wait. Woo.
Yeah.
I forgot a moment.
Wow. He just blasted music when I was explaining things. So anyway.
Yep. We're censoring what he was saying, kids.
But anyway, so obviously, no, it's like, okay, so Kong, in layman's terms, he's the OG of monsters, right? But
Yep.
so while he has the better film, King of the Monsters, I can't help it. I like it better just because the Godzilla fan in me, the bias, whatever, right?
See,
Yeah.
I went unbiased.
You went unbiased.
Killing me.
Well, I mean, it's your list, so I don't care what you do with it. Yeah. This is my list, so I'm putting King of the Monsters at number 1 because the monsters, the fan service, the moments, the goosebumps, all the cool factor is still there.
It was more, well, yeah, the fan service and also the research that went behind it.
Yeah, like they managed to, because they put Mothra.
Have to give it to the guy.
Yeah, you gotta give it to the people who made it, because like they put Mothra, which I thought was well implemented, right? Pretty close to what Mothra is in the Toho stuff. Rodan, Rodan is himself, himself. King Ghidorah,
bitch.
Yeah. He kind of is, right? He's just a flying pterodactyl bird thing, so he can't really do much. Yeah. Unless he's Fire Rodan, but I mean, whatever. That's like for Mechagodzilla stuff. Anyway, King Ghidorah, obviously, like, really cool. Can't help but really remember his presence in the movie. I think he had really good presence there in the movie, and then just like the music to go along with that, like the moments. I really like it, even though, yes, those scenes were at night. You can't see as well, like, yeah, but I can't help it, man. That's just my thing anyway. So, but I will acknowledge that Kong Skull Island is technically the best of the legendary films when it comes to Godzilla, Kong, that whole saga. So, I will definitely acknowledge that for sure. So yeah, yep. So I think that's pretty much what we can say. You said 7 point. Wait, what did you give it for the overall film for Godzilla vs Kong?
7.5, but with a bias input, it's an 8.
Yeah. My overall rating, no matter what, is a 7.5. Again, good monster fights, but the humans and a lot of the writing in general was very subpar, which does hold back the film quite a bit from being that perfect monster film. Like, yeah, you don't get enough backstory with Godzilla, just so that they really wanted to, like, for some reason, put those human scenes in there. Ugh. But I mean, I'm not against the whole like thing with Kong, like what they did with Kong, like give him the backstory, right, and then like give him the whole scene with like the hollow earth, the axe, that whole thing, right? I just wanted a little bit with Godzilla, a little more context with Godzilla, like, and then show a little more on the ancient war. That would have been so cool, but It's a 2-hour movie. They could have literally put 30 more minutes, and I could have easily like maybe give this like maybe like a 9 out of 10 or something.
Yeah, it's 113 minutes.
Yeah, that's
So, 113
about
minutes. I get an hour and some odd like change
yeah.
of minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it is actually 2 hours, but anyway, or very close to 2 hours.
Yeah,
But
it's very close. But if we want it to be like technical,
yeah, very technical. So yeah, that those extra 30 minutes I felt would have been very beneficial to to the film. Just throw like 15 minutes of Godzilla, 15 minutes of the Ancient War, or however you want to split it up, right? So just provide more context. I mean, even like maybe like I don't know, 5 minutes of like the remaining Titans like getting killed off. You know, those type of scenes, like how they disappeared and what made these two the last ones. You know, or they could have shown like the scenes with Kong getting captured or whatever, like, or put into
like there's some parts in that movie I was like, okay, how did they get Kong on this fucking boat?
yeah, or how did they contain him?
How
Yeah,
did they lift his ass with the helicopters?
yeah.
And I'm still in disbelief. I was like, those helicopters cannot. Oh,
Yeah, the Ospreys and stuff like that, and all those like little aircraft that were carrying Kong. I mean, granted,
like,
there was a lot of them, so maybe that's why.
it was a lot, but to me, like, when you're doing that, it's like you guys, the pilots, have to be really synchronized.
Yeah, to pull up.
If one went like higher than the other, then you know.
Or if one went too fast or whatever, like it's over. You're fucked.
Yeah, so that's why when I'm looking at that scene, I was like, wow, it's really calling back to when Kong was being lifted by balloons.
Yeah.
When the guy said, "How's Kong with heights?" I was like, please don't use balloons. I will shut off this stream.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that's it. 7.5 from both of us, pretty much. Right. So out of 10. Right. And I'm assuming 5 is like your average, or what's your average? What would you consider your average film? Like is it 7 out of 10? Is it 5 out of 10?
It's an average film, like without like major,
like very middle of the road. Like what would you consider it? Like would you say it's 5 out of 10, or is it or is 7?
6.
6. Okay.
Because I'm also adding like the human elements.
Mm-hmm.
It's a freaking 6.
Yeah, usually for me, like 5 is like in the middle, so that's why 5 is considered my average. So yeah, I mean, so with that, 7.5 isn't bad. It's just that it could have been better in those areas that we covered. So yeah. But anyway, no matter what we say, it was still a good watch. I was able to enjoy it from the comfort of my home. I had pretty good speakers, so the rumble and bass and stuff like that did help. But I imagine this would be something you definitely want to catch in theaters if it had like a rerun, or if you're gonna go like early in the morning, obviously with no people around. That would have been.
Or remember I was telling you like what was AMC?
Oh yeah, AMC had the package thing, right?
Had that package deal. You pay like X amount of dollars and you rent the entire like screening room.
Yeah. You know what's
Which
funny?
Now when you think about it,
yeah,
if you had like a few like a good portion of friends or family members, you can easily pay that off.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you split it off with like at least 4 more friends, or at least I would say within 10, because you know the
I was gonna say 10 or at least 5.
Yeah, at least 5. Yeah, at minimum 5. I think it's still a pretty good deal. Yeah. But you know, it would have been a great experience for theaters, obviously. But you know, I was okay with this, with my sound system, and like, you know, watching it at home. I did pay HBO Max, so I'm trying to get my mileage. We both did.
Well, did you pay for the 6-month advance or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did the deal, so yeah. So
But if there's any,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say if there's anything else, I have something to read for the future of Legendary Pictures.
Uh huh.
So get your final words of this. Go. I, you first.
Wait, legendary.
Or are you done?
Or well, you're putting me on the spot, bro. Like,
Do it. The
Final-
lights on you.
I mean, okay.
I'm gonna give you that.
I mean, I have
I
a
don't know
light.
how you-
I have a light on directly on me right now. But anyway, I mean,
I don't know.
if you're if you're asking me for last words for legendary, I mean, if you're gonna do another Godzilla film, just like for once, take all that feedback and incorporate all the feedback for the movie, not just some, and then incorporate like force in like all this contrived human bullshit. It's like, okay, I get it. We need some human scenes to explain the movie in some way, but just
don't be like a hand holding thing, right?
yeah, or just make something that makes sense. Like, okay, like put in a guy that wants revenge on Godzilla instead of just some weird podcaster conspiracy theorist motherfucker, or like, or just make characters that just like make sense with the story. I mean, it's just writing 101. I mean, like if you're gonna do it, if there is gonna be more Godzilla films, which I guarantee you there will be, but not anytime soon, of course. But give it another almost 10 years. There's gonna be something. There's gonna be something. They're gonna reboot it or they're gonna do something with it. That's just how it goes. Godzilla will always go through some reboot or some something. Because that's what they did with Shin Godzilla. They're gonna do it with the anime stuff, and Godzilla's gonna be around, like, no matter how you look at it. So, but if it is gonna be legendary films, you have all the feedback, you have all this stuff, you have all the notes. Just make the movie with those notes only, not contriving all the forcing all that bullshit that you've done in the past. And you've done it still for Godzilla vs. Kong. Like, come on. Anyway, that's...
Stop.
No. All right. So what's yours?
Okay. So, this is pretty much from Legendary in interviews and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so... Although Legendary Pictures hope to continue making the MonsterVerse films after Godzilla vs. Kong, their contract with Toho actually was supposed to expire last year.
Ooh.
But because of the pandemic,
right, so they had a delay
happening, and no additional films were immediately lined up.
Mm-hmm.
It's still up in the air if this contract is actually expired or they're just weighing out the waters right now to see how Godzilla vs. Kong is doing.
Oh, okay.
In February 2021, so a few months ago, Wingard, the director of Godzilla vs. Kong,
Adam Wingard,
said that I quote, "I know we could go potentially with future films. However, to a certain degree, everything prior to Godzilla vs. Kong was leading up to Godzilla vs. Kong."
Mm-hmm.
So he pretty much was stating that if Legendary wants to move forward, we, the audience, have to say yes, please go forward with doing more MonsterVerse movies with Godzilla and potentially Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I wanna remind you, remember I told you in closed doors, Legendary, Toho were like saying to each other, "Hey, if this film does well, can we bring in these monsters? If this film does well, can we bring in this damn turtle to fight Godzilla to end the whole rivalry of which one is the better monster?
Oh, I see.
So again, everything is riding on Godzilla vs. Kong for Legendary.
Okay. If they're gonna actually pull that card, wow, that's like gonna be the monster film of the century.
Because here, let me just. That was kind of discussed. Don't read it out loud.
Right. For my own time, yeah. I mean,
oh, no, you can read it right now, and the audience can just see your reaction, like, and then we can.
Oh, I see. Okay, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
So again, everything is riding on Godzilla versus Kong.
I mean, that is to be expected, right? Like, if this film does well, obviously that's saying we want more of these films. So yeah, I mean, okay, I'm just saying, like, if it happens, you gotta implement the notes and feedback from the fans, man.
No such thing as notes.
Yeah. You gotta do more. You gotta do more of
just bring back the director that did King of the Monsters. Because that guy showed he had passion for this project.
Yeah. There's gotta be more fan service, more notes from the fans or feedback from the fans implemented into these movies, man. They could be so much better if they just I keep doing this, but I really feel. I know.
Every time you did that, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just hearing like skin tapping. I was like, "What are you doing?" Oh,
yeah. I'm just doing this, the chopping. If I had a newspaper, I'll be like smacking the fucking table. I'm like, "Hey, you listen. You listen now. You listen. You." Anyway, all right. So, you want to say something?
If they really want to make the fans happy, like super happy, if they move forward, they need to bring. I'm going to type out her name. They need to bring this character into the universe. Hopefully, I'm spelling it correctly.
Oh, I know who that is.
Really make us happy.
Yeah.
They bring her into the universe.
Oh yeah.
And probably like have like the original actress not play her role per se, but be like the mother of.
Yeah.
Because she's old.
Oh yeah.
And alive and kicking, I believe. But
yeah.
Again, bring her into the Monsterverse universe. I guarantee you, all of the Heisei era and the Showa era, well, mostly the Heisei era.
Yeah, mostly Heisei. Yeah,
will be really like, wow, she's here.
Yep.
And she's finally here.
and then meanwhile, everyone else be like, oh. This is old Asian lady. All right, cool. But
who's this?
Who that?
We'd be like, you heathens.
Yeah, she could definitely be the mom at this point, right? So the mom of whatever main character comes for that movie. So that could be sick. That's in a perfect world that would be awesome. But yeah, all right. I think we talked enough about. We talk a lot about Godzilla, but we've been waiting for this film, so you gotta understand. So, anyways, I think we're pretty much done at this point. Both 7.5 out of 10s from us. So, very good film. Check it out if you haven't already. I don't know why you're still here, but yeah. Anywho,
it's like for the ones that did not, listen to our little spoiler
talk,
rant talk. Shame on you.
Yeah. Although I did say I did put out that warning beforehand. So yeah, anyway. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in once again for the Hypecast. We'll be back talking about more of the gaming news, depending on if we get enough of it or not. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys in the next one. We're happy with Godzilla vs. Kong, though, even though we kind of ranted about it. We're happy with it. Alrighty, on that note, thank you and take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Godzilla's always a top, kids.